I feel like I'm filled with air today.
Oh, air.
Anyway, good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Gio, you don't seem very happy today.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I or did I not make it to Mission Impossible last night?
You made it. You definitely slept very hard. Your mission, if you choose to accept it,
Yes.
stay awake for this entire movie.
Gal and I made it to the movie theater.
You did?
Yes,
I know. I will disclose. Mike did invite me to go
I did.
at around 5 o'clock.
I did. Because I talked to Olivero and he's like, are you going? I go, yeah. And he said, is Paulie D going? I go, yeah. And he goes, who are you guys bringing? I go, oh, nobody. I didn't know we could bring anybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, you think Gio wants to go? I go, I don't know. I'll ask him. And Gio did not want to go.
I mean, I wanted to go, but I knew
Long day.
I was just going to be too tired.
It started at 7:30,
Oh,
and it was a 3-hour movie.
like a full 3 hours.
And were there previews?
No previews.
Oh, that's
started
good.
promptly at 7:30.
That's nice.
No previews. No previews. No speech from Tom Cruise. No nothing.
3 hours?
2 hours and 49 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I will tell you could probably take about 15 out of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how long did you nap then?
Not 1 week.
Lies.
Are you
Let me-
sure?
Yeah, why would I lie?
According to...
Why would I lie? I would tell you. I didn't nod off one time. I didn't lose interest in the movie. It is fantastic.
Good.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
Don't,
I'm
please
not
don't,
spo-
please don't
I will
spoil
not
it.
spoil
I
anything.
want to go this weekend.
I won't spoil anything. There's really nothing to spoil, like unless I was like, he lives, he dies, you know. I went and I'm not saying any of that. I will tell you that there are some surprises in the movie that you would never expect, and you're like, oh, you know what I mean? That are really good. Like there's a couple of good moments like that. The only thing I want to talk about, which is something everybody has seen on TV, is the biplane stuff. It's just stunt. I feel like that was. I feel bad because if Tom Cruise is listening, which he probably is, I mean, it's only natural that he's listening to this show. I feel like it was entirely too long and unnecessary for a guy of his caliber to be doing anything like that. Absolutely,
He loves it,
unnecessary.
though. He loves it.
I know, but he did so many other things. It is quite unbelievable, the entire movie, but it's what makes it great.
I saw like a little feature on him, like behind the scenes, doing that stunt.
I don't know why.
Insane.
Here's the funny thing about it is if we didn't see the behind the scenes and know this stuff, whatever, one, I would have no idea whether it was him or not. Two, I would have no idea whether it was real or not.
Yeah.
It's like whenever they blow stuff up and they're like, they used real fire. They did the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
And then at the same time, you find out like, oh yeah, that they were actually on a soundstage, and that entire city behind them is not is real.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's fake.
There's a
Then-
lot of that.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know whether people are doing stuff. By the way, maybe one of the best stunt person things ever in our lifetime was Michael Jordan with his mom, and they were talking about how to shoot baskets and do this and that. And then and she goes, and you can also dunk. Cut to her, and it is clearly, I mean, they did it on purpose, and it's
Right.
hilarious. Clearly just some dude with a wig on, and he just jams, and Michael Jordan's like, way to go, Mom.
Yeah.
It is a good movie from beginning to end. It is a great installment in the series, and it is not. You will not be disappointed to go see it.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, like I've seen every one of them a bunch of times, and
The last one was so good.
it's the good ending for this one.
All right, good.
Yeah, but I mean, look, it is.
You're dying to give it away.
No. Listen, there's nothing that I could screw up. I just don't want to say anything to ruin anything. I'm trying to say like how I can explain it without like. There's a lot of Top Gun-ish type scenes in this. Like it makes you feel like you're watching. There's a lot of actors from Top Gun in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's very good. I highly recommend.
I
seeing
will
the new
tell
Mission
you,
Impossible.
in one of the trailers or one of the things that I saw, Ving Rhames says, "You were born to do this," and I'm like, "Yes, he was. Let's go. Let's get
Yeah.
this."
They say this is it for Tom Cruise.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
You were trying to go me
Yeah,
into
I know.
saying something. You were
Come on,
trying to do
Gio.
it, and you're going to blame me.
I'm just saying what's out there. That's what they're saying.
Well, I'm telling you, you will enjoy it this weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
Good.
And I didn't. Listen.
I feel like you're saying more now.
Not one nod off. I did not nod off one time.
That's amazing.
Paulie D, out cold. He went to sleep like he worked a full day of being a doctor. Mike Olivero and Soph were there. I don't know. I couldn't see if they were sleeping or not, but I stayed awake for the entire movie. I didn't doze. I didn't lean. In fact, the movie's so long I had to go pee one time. I had to pick the appropriate time to go pee. I'm a little tired right now. But other than that, I'm really good.
Did you use the app to know when you could go pee?
No,
there's an app. Yeah, there's an app that tells you different movies, like what part you can go.
Oh, really?
It's literally called like Go Pee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And you won't miss like a critical plot point.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I will tell you is most of the like exciting scenes are dragged out. They're long. I will say one of these things, more Tom Cruise alone doing stuff than in a team.
Interesting.
Yeah, usually it's like it's the whole team, and this one was him mostly doing stuff by himself.
Does he run a lot? I love the montage of Tom Cruise running in movies.
Just him running as an actor in this movie was too much for me.
Yeah.
Because there's one point where he's on a Navy vessel, and he's next thing you know he's running. He's on a treadmill running on the vessel.
On YouTube, there's like a 9-minute montage of like all these Tom Cruise movies, and he's always running the same thing.
Who was it that he told to film themselves running? There was another actor, and he was saying something about it. And Tom Cruise told him, he goes, because it doesn't look as cool as you think it does.
He does a lot of running in this movie.
A more important question.
Yes.
Did you have popcorn?
That is 100% yes face right there.
Yes.
That is a 100% yes popcorn.
All right.
Okay.
I did not fall asleep.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta have a trade-off somehow.
Yeah.
I did eat popcorn.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
Get
be
a
in
large.
You can't. I mean,
Carmen.
And put extra butter on it.
Carmen.
Okay.
An extra large. They had a regular. I was one person. The size regular would have been fine. And I was like,
no, you get the
give me a
trough.
large.
Yeah.
But I didn't eat the whole thing, obviously. And
You just bring your own pillowcase and they fill it up.
Yeah.
I didn't feel guilty about it either. I was like,
No,
I enjoyed
come on.
every second of that.
By the way, I saw Tom Cruise talking about popcorn. He goes, that's part of the experience. He goes, people love going to the movie. You got to get popcorn. You got to, enjoy it.
Yeah. I wonder what his favorite movie
Although
is.
he is running, 40 miles in every movie. So maybe that's why. What his favorite movie is?
Yeah, like I wonder what he likes. I wonder what Tom Cruise is really like. If he's cool, like if he's like, oh, my favorite movie is The Godfather, or if he's like, oh no, it's a French film somewhere. I just wonder.
Well, it's interesting because he was saying he never took acting classes. He never did any of that. So he goes,
He acted in high school and all that.
but he never took acting classes.
Oh, like lessons.
trained.
Yeah, okay.
But he said, I just watched movies. And he goes, and when I got on the movie set, I watched what everybody did and I learned everything, from doing it.
Bigger movie star, Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Yeah, Tom Cruise is the answer.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is the biggest movie star of our lifetime.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Hands down.
For old guys.
Who would you say it is?
Channing Tatum.
Come on, guy. No, no.
Who's bigger than Tom Cruise?
I don't know at
Exactly.
this moment.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
Like
do
if
you
it
know
was somebody that was that big, it would be roll right off your tongue.
right.
Yeah.
How easily we said Tom Cruise, and you're saying, I'm not sure.
Gio didn't even get to say who the other person was, and we were like, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is pretty close.
Tom Hanks is our Cary Grant. He is our leading man for our lifetime, but he's not as big as a superstar as Tom Cruise is. Tom Hanks somewhat seems accessible. Tom Cruise lives on another planet.
Tom Hanks goes anywhere in the world, and people are taking pictures of him. Tom Cruise goes anywhere in the world, people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Riding. He still makes Japanese girls cry when he walks by.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Cruise!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tom Hanks just gives him COVID. Also, Tom Hanks aging.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise not aging.
Tom Cruise not aging. Although the entire cast of this movie did seem significantly older.
Yeah.
All of them seem significantly older.
I wonder if they do that de-aging thing to Tom Cruise, because I saw him in the interviews and he doesn't look as young in the
He doesn't look that young in the movie.
No.
No,
Yeah, but
he doesn't
also-
look old, but he doesn't look that young.
Yeah.
Also, film makes you look different. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Makeup and all
Yeah.
that, you know.
Like I saw him on Pat McAfee, he looked a little rough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, it's like Galvin said, he's running 40 miles a movie. I mean, he's
Yeah.
putting time in.
But also think about, I mean, yeah, he looks different than he does in the movie, but also think about that guy's 60 something.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, that guy looks great.
Yeah.
62, I think.
I think it is 62.
Was he satellite in on McAfee?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. He must be very proud of this movie. Like wants this one to be the big one.
Yeah. Usually, when they're doing previews and a lot of press, that means they think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like I'm not. You saw the last one,
Yeah.
so you know where the entity is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in a submarine, and the idea is he has to get in that submarine.
I feel like you're just trying to give
Yeah.
it away.
Oh, it's in the last movie.
I know.
Is what I'm
but
saying.
You're
It's in the last
building up
movie.
to,
Yeah.
and then he dies.
No. But there's so much underwater stuff that you're like, how? Like you have to suspend disbelief. I mean, suspend belief.
Yeah.
Suspend belief. Because it is a little bit too much, but it is so interesting and so good. Like I feel like it's James Cameron that shot the movie because it's so you feel like he's in the Titanic. I mean, he's underwater by himself and all that.
Right.
It's pretty cool. No, I'm not giving anything away at all in the movie. I won't blow it for you guys. I'm not going to blow it for the listeners. I will just tell you it is definitely worth seeing. My wife is trying to get me to go see that other movie tomorrow. The friendship movie. With
Oh, yeah.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I think they're going at noon. I'm like,
Yeah. My wife and I are going to go at some point and see that probably this weekend.
I feel like I'm not going to be as happy as everybody else because the buildup is too much.
Oh, 100%. You're not going to like it. You
Yeah.
already don't like him, and you don't like his style. Like you don't like his style of humor.
He's too.
Paul Rudd?
No, the other guy,
Tim
Oh,
Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Like I hate that show. That everybody. I wish you would leave, or what is it called?
I think you should
I think you
leave.
should leave.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. And I've laughed at some of it, and I think that some of his writing is really funny. But his physical comedy revolts me.
The fact that people are calling it like the funniest movie ever
Oh
made.
yeah, it's definitely being built up a lot. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm afraid of. But also, people who I think are funny say that it is really funny. So
I
hopefully.
watched a thing the other day. They were talking about movies that Saturday Night Live made, and what do they say the worst one is?
Coneheads.
No,
no.
Pat movie. Yeah,
They say it's Pat is the worst one, and they go through. They're like, let's go through some of the movies, and like Coneheads, Blues Brothers,
The Superstar
Wayne's
movie was
World.
pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Did they do Stewart? Did they do a Stewart movie?
I think they did.
Yeah.
But then they get to MacGruber, and they stop, and the guy goes back, and he goes, "If you don't like MacGruber, I don't even want to talk to you."
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So good.
It's weird because I'm not. Sometimes there's things that people will tell me that I should like, and I don't like it because you told me I should like it. It's just psychological. But I feel like just that sort of humor is not. It's too silly for me. Doesn't do it. Like I laugh. I still laugh at Family Guy. Family Guy makes me laugh, but when I see it, I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
But there's so many great things, and it's so perfect because like Kristen Wiig is in there, and they have her dress up as the biker guy who's part of the gang and stuff. And she's like, I don't understand why I have to dress up. And they're like, because it works, it's perfect. Whatever. They'll have no idea that you're not Hans. Once you get in there, they'll think you're Hans from far away, and then we'll be able to go and infiltrate. Blah blah blah. Immediately, as soon as she opens the door, they go, "That's not Hans!" and just starts shooting and stuff. And that kind of stuff just makes me
Yeah.
laugh. You know that it's coming. You know that they're building it up.
Yeah.
That there's no way they will know that
The
you're
cast is great too. If that was
Yeah.
a different group of actors,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be as good.
By the way, I watched a really funny thing and a great idea. I'm not huge on improv. You know, if you can do improv, I'm sure if I went and saw Second City or something like
Right.
that, it'd be great. Whatever. Especially back in the day, you got Tina Fey, you got Chris Farley, you got all these people. But Will Forte did a thing. I saw it on YouTube the other day, and I've never seen it before. Studio C, I think it's called. And what they do is they have a script, and they're all off script, and they all know it, except for the guest. And the guest was Will Forte. And it was a business meeting, and they come in, and then they go and blah, blah, blah. And do you want to tell us the thing? You know, and then it goes to Will Forte, and then he just has to improv.
So he doesn't have a script.
He
but
doesn't
everybody
have a
else
script.
does?
He doesn't know what the scenario is,
like
anything
that.
like
Yeah.
that. And they just start it and stuff. It was great.
Oh, I know. You gotta be sharp. To do
right,
that, yeah.
especially with Will Forte.
Yeah.
You know, he was so good at it. It was a great idea. I
Just his face and his mannerisms just make me laugh so much.
Who?
so
Will
much.
Forte?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. He's good in the 4 seasons. He plays a great.
He's great in
Great
that.
cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that other chick was from what is she from the one with the Super Troopers or one of those things? Or oh no, the other cop show, Reno 911.
Oh, yeah.
The old blonde chick.
Well,
yeah.
you remember her from The State. Remember on
I
MTV?
don't know.
Oh yeah, she was on The State as well.
Yeah,
she's part of
been
that
around
group.
for a while.
Yeah, she's part of that group.
Anyway, Mission Impossible. Go see it. It's good.
Definitely will.
I'll stop talking about it unless you guys got any questions.
I may go. I mean, that's like 5 hours of movie, but I was gonna say maybe I'll do a little double feature.
Oh wow,
That's
Go
a
from
lot.
Mission Impossible and Friendship.
man,
That's
we
a
used
lot.
to do that in high school all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it. Does he die?
Oh, come on,
Stop.
Carmen. Come on.
No, don't
Colin, you
ruin it.
really want me to
No,
tell you? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I said I'm not going to say unless somebody asks. me.
Stop.
You can text her later on and not in the group chat.
Nope. I don't want to be responsible for getting any information out.
Yeah.
They did give me a card and a pencil so I could write like a one-line comment on there.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't know if I was like cool.
Oh, I would have
It was
wrote.
cool.
I would have wrote. This movie seems impossible.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's impossible not to love it.
I did see you wrote a blurb for Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts.
Oh.
I was watching it again. I was watching more of it, and I can't stop laughing. And then I talked to Bobby about it. And when we were talking on the phone, we were laughing at it. I'm like, it's great.
I watched the rest of it.
Yeah,
And
I didn't watch it all, but
I think we all stopped it at the same point. Where we're like, all right, whatever. But yeah, it is bad. The other,
I think episode 3 is where I bailed.
So, listen, they go like this. They go, oh, like the one with the assassin. You're like, oh, that's kind of funny. Then the second one, you're like, that was just weird.
Yeah.
And then the third, and then the third
Massimo
one.
I laughed at. I thought that was kind
Which
of
one?
funny. Massimo.
Which one is that? I don't know.
He's like the he's got the long hair. He's like, oh, hey,
he goes to the old
Massimo.
folks home.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Oh.
like they were so nuts. Did you get to the twin?
No,
Oh,
but I've
Gio,
heard it. I've
the
heard
Twins,
about
great.
The twin is good. The twin
Yeah.
made me laugh out loud. My wife was horrified by it. It was great.
Did you see the Make a Wish?
The yes. Make a Wish I saw was Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah,
and
there's-
it's so dark. It's so serious and dark. It's great. I love the Burt promo for it. Did you see the Burt promo for it? He
No,
goes,
it
Tom Segura, my best friend, has a new TV show out. It's got everybody in it. It's got Bobby Lee. It's got he goes. He even put his fat assistant in it. And they showed a picture of his assistant. And he's like, everybody's in it. Everybody except me.
Yeah.
Bert's on it. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Then he shows when I was on Netflix. He
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
Tom and all
Yeah,
his like
yeah.
scenes.
But I think it's smart that Tom does stuff without Bert and Bert
Sure.
stuff. It's like a radio morning show, like a duo, and they're like, oh, but those guys are now dependent on each other. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got to do stuff separately. I remember Hawk and Marty used to do afternoons when I was at the Power Pig, but they insisted on doing weekends separately so that they didn't
Oh.
get pigeonholed as a pair.
Mm.
Where are they now? I'm excited about the Summer Beach Bash because I think there's 4 rooms left on Friday night. The rest of it sold out.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected the whole thing to sell out, and they didn't expect it to sell out in the first 3 days. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
they were like, well, we'll release a block of rooms, and if for some reason that sells out, then we'll release a second block of rooms. They had to release a second block in the same day, and they're already sold out.
It's interesting because you went there, so you know I've not been there, but
Yeah.
everybody that I've talked to that has booked or is going or whatever, they're like, that place is great. We love that place. That place is cool.
I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I'll be totally honest with you. I stayed there on a scale of 1 to 10. It was a strong 8.
Mhm.
Okay, and here's what the problem is. There's one negative to that we didn't like as Carmen would say, bougie family. The
No,
beach.
no. Don't.
What?
I never said your family was bougie.
All right, me
You
being
are
a bougie bitch.
Bougie bitch.
The beach area is a little bit. It's a small beach access, and it's kind of like you ever stay at Shepherd's. Shepherd's is beautiful and it's right on the water, but their beach access is not that great. You can get there, but there's a rocky area. This is a nice beach. They lay it out, but it's kind of small. So, like, if you're like, my wife likes to go lay out at the beach, and that's where I was like, no, this isn't exactly that. But you're on the water. You have a great view of the Skyway Bridge. It looks beautiful. The property itself, all sand beach, stage, pickleball courts, yoga area. They got a little cafe breakfast shop. They got a huge bar right in the middle. It's got a restaurant attached to it. They got indoor rooms. They have the rooms themselves are all 100% redone. They're all really nice. It's perfect for an event like this. Like, it's like we built our own little beach village.
I feel like
It'll be great.
I feel like I'm not even going to see the beach. I'm gonna be hanging out by the pool. I'm gonna be at the bar.
You'll have no choice. That's what I'm saying. The beach is you're on the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's not like a. It's more like an aesthetic beach. It's there and you can see it, but you're not really going in the water. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's more like what I'm saying is it's a pavilion built for like this. Looks like somebody built it to film a TV show. Like they built the city for us to throw a party in.
It looks to me like they made that beach. It's not like
they might have.
It's not like the beach,
right?
It's like they made a beach on the inlet there.
Yeah, and they probably did.
Yeah.
But it for what we need it for, it's a 10. It's perfect. All that area for people to hang out and drink and go in the pool and I wouldn't be surprised if people sleep out on the beach on all the chairs that they have out there.
Yeah, Joe did that last time.
Yeah.
You did, Joe?
I slept on a chair.
That's when he rose from the ashes.
I rose
like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
The chairs are
Phoenix.
for. I remember
amazing.
going, oh, he'll be fine.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
be awake.
I appreciate that,
Yeah,
Michael.
I had not for a second. I didn't doubt you at all.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd started chanting his name, and
Yep.
just like the Undertaker, he sat up.
We just heard a big dong.
And then it was Weekend at Bernie's. He
Yeah.
kind of went over to the stage.
I made
and
it.
It'll be a fun time. I was thinking about it last night. Just all the things that we have planned that I think it'll be great. And it's always good. It's always good to party with listeners. You know, the thing about what you were talking about Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise, inaccessible. Tom Hanks, you feel like you'd run into him. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
feel like I'd see Tom Hanks in Europe. Oh my god, I was in Europe and I saw Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise, you'd never see in Europe.
that's true.
He
But
would
Tom
be-
Cruise lives in Clearwater, and nobody ever sees him.
No, I did hang out with his son one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time his son had a phone call, I go, he must be talking to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise must be calling.
Oh,
him right
of
now.
course. Hey, Dad.
Can you imagine if you were adopted and you're adopted into Tom Cruise's family?
Do you call him Dad Cruz?
Dad Cruise, your dad is Mission Impossible guy. You know what I mean? That must be so cool. Like my dad's cool, but he's not Mission Impossible cool.
Yeah. But then everybody tries to get to you just to get to your dad.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
This guy's only talking to me because my dad's Tom Cruise.
yeah. I mean, like the people that I know, the reason why I met him, the people I know him like him genuinely. Like he's a golfer and he's a fisherman and he's a good guy.
Right.
And they hang out and they do stuff. Not through not because of that. Like the people I know that know him don't know Tom and have they're just a kid.
I would.
Who's a man, by the way. I'm calling him a kid, but he's a man.
I would think anybody who has a famous parent thinks that this person's only, talking to me or interested in me because of my father or mother.
Yeah, I mean, don't you feel that way sometimes?
So yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't care. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You know right away who the
My
genuine people are.
my kids get annoyed that when people know me from the show. Or
They do?
Yeah,
My kids are unfazed by it.
yeah.
Like they've been through their whole life. So if I if I had to walk with my mom through a festival or something, my mom was stopping to take pictures with people, I'd go, this is the weirdest thing ever, But my kids they're just used to it.
My daughter says every once in a while she'll hear people mention the show at school.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
My kids never. I pick up my daughter every day from school, and she gets in the car, and I say the same thing. How was your day? Good. Did anybody mention your super famous father? And she's like, nope, not one time.
Yeah.
I go, okay, cool.
she said a lot of times like their dad listens to the show. Or,
I'll take
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
even
yeah.
take that.
Yeah,
These kids don't even know what a radio is, let
I know.
alone listen to this show.
and I go, oh, did you tell them that your dad is on the show? No, why no? She's like, I just heard them talking about it.
Don't you think like that would be the coolest thing?
Yes.
If I went to high school
Yes.
with Scott Shannon's kids or Jack the Whack, there was a guy named Jack the Whack on the radio.
Of course, that was.
Jack the Whack's kids went to school. I remember this kid, Tommy Accardo, his mother did insurance, and she did Jack the Whack's car insurance. We were like, oh, that must be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. All right, anyway, let's take a break. Let's get the show moving this morning. We got an open letter rewind. Carmen, how are you doing? You good? Are you grumpy today?
I'm just tired.
Yeah, why? Were you out all night watching the movie till 10:30?
I was not. I'm
Mm.
just like this week. I'm just
Wiping you
exhausted.
out?
Yeah.
Guess why? You got a 3-day weekend.
Woo woo.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's part of it.
Oh,
Extra
why? What
work.
do you got? Oh,
I
you got to
just-
make a best of?
Yep.
Oh. All right,
So,
I need to
can't-
submit it for approval when it's done.
Yeah, go F yourself.
She's also been writing out her yoga plans. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Any more on that?
Nope. I'm at this point. I'm going with the flow,
Yep.
man.
Start stretching.
Voluntold.
It's, yeah. We're gonna see. That will be.
Oh, you'll be there,
Mm.
and you'll like it.
And you'll be
Oh.
stretched out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
I'll be right behind you looking at you.
I read on the website Carmen was going to be here for this.
Carmen, if I were you, I'd be like, cool. So I'm going to need a budget. I got to go to Lululemon and buy some clothes.
Oh, listen, per our conversation, it was, I don't know why it was on the website. That was a mistake. We'll figure it out. Okay.
We'll figure it out means better learn some yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Teach me. Buy me a class.
I mean,
Get me
it
a
seems to me
trainer.
like that was a big selling point
Yeah.
on the website.
I
Yeah.
see two women that I don't know, but are friends with the show Instagram that are often putting up their yoga pictures. I'd love to see them out there.
Oh, trust me, I've had a lot of people. I teach yoga. I'll come help you.
There
I'll
you
do
go.
this. I'll do that. No,
Perfect, Carmen.
that is not the point.
Napping with Mike. It takes place at 3:00 on
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon. Anybody wants to nap with me? I'll be at room 316.
That's
Thank
what
you very
yoga with Carmen's gonna be. Probably.
Why don't you tell everybody it's yoga with Carmen, and then when they get there, you just have mimosas and Bloody Marys.
Yeah, why doesn't the station do that? Or why don't they pay me to do that?
No.
It's like
Here come all the grievance. I thought they were paying you.
paying me the same as everybody else that's not doing anything extra.
Oh, you're saying you want a vig on top of the
Yes.
talent fee because you have to teach yoga.
If you're gonna make me do more work than others, then I should get paid more than the other people.
Carmen,
Right?
that just makes sense.
Kelvin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it-
that's
Well, I mean,
Is
Can I
that-
tell you though how they've trained us to actually think that Carmen's the crazy one? Like I'm in my
Yeah.
mind, I'm like,
I
Carmen's
don't.
being so greedy. How can
Yeah.
you be so greedy about this?
Carmen, you should not have agreed to what you were going to get paid. To
Yeah,
begin with.
yeah.
Oh.
When
Oh.
they first had the conversation and you agreed to get
Yeah.
paid
When
and
they
be
talked
open
to
that
you.
weekend.
about doing yoga.
Yeah.
You mean the conversation they had behind my back and didn't tell me or have with me or have any?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Bother you
you're
with
right. I
details.
definitely should have spoke up in that one.
When you agreed to give up your entire weekend and you
Yeah.
let them know how much it was going to cost, you agreed to that.
I told them I couldn't go.
Oh wow. Wow.
I never even agreed to be there.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
So-
John Brennan's your boss and I'm not.
Now tell me, Mike, why do you think I'm crazy and so greedy for
No,
being?
I don't. By the way, I don't really mean that. What I'm saying is that my initial thought when she's saying this is,
How dare she?
how dare you? You're going to get paid to be. And then as you're saying it, it's making more
Makes a
sense
lot
in
of
my
sense.
head. But I've been so trained by this business to accept nothing that I'm like, you know what? She's right. But all of a sudden, I'm turning against you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I get it. I always tell you guys the same thing. The same thing. If I'm there, I'm getting paid to be there. Know that.
right.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you right now. If I'm there, it's because I'm happy. You should be happy too.
Right. And my thing is because I know that and because I know your talent fee is more than mine.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how much your talent fee is.
I know how much yours is and it's way more than mine.
Oh.
You know how much my talent fee is.
Oh, text the group.
I feel
Hey.
like Carmen. I feel like Carmen found my W-2s.
Yeah.
No, I really don't, but you did mention it one time for one event, so I have a roundabout
Oh, yeah.
thought or you know what I mean? Like it's probably different depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I know your talent fee is more than mine.
Keep
So
in
then
mind. Keep in mind also the great thing about my talent fee is I have to pay 10% to my agent and then the other 90% to my wife. So I have no idea. When they tell me your talent fee is gonna be this, I go okay, because I don't get any of it anyway.
Again, that's your deal.
Yeah,
Not
I
my
know.
deal.
That's
It
why I
doesn't-
don't get it. That's why I don't make a big deal over it, or I don't get excited or disappointed. I just go, that's fine. 10% to Tony, 90% to Amanda. Michael gets nothing.
Right.
So,
But
it's
anyway.
my life I chose.
Your talent fee is more than mine.
Mhm.
And then I would also just have to assume all the show hosts' talent fees are more than mine. They may not be up to your level, but I would have to assume JP is getting paid more than me. John Senning's
How about
getting
this?
paid more
Do you
than
want to know
me.
something about JP?
Drew is getting paid more than me.
JP is flying himself down here
What?
to go to Metallica.
Oh.
But like
Oh.
to do a Metallica broadcast, he's flying himself down here to do a broadcast from here and go to the show. That's dedication.
Is Metallica the same weekend? Of
No,
the-
no. Metallica is in June.
Oh, okay.
This is, but I'm just
And
saying.
then he's just
That's
staying
not-
here.
Yeah, that's not the same. He's flying down to go to a concert,
hero.
and they asked him to broadcast. Again, totally different. I like how you're still trying to justify this.
No, I don't think.
No, I was just saying JP is coming down here on his own dime because his cheap company won't fly him down here. That's what I was saying.
But again, like he's flying down to come to a concert.
Yeah, but also turn that into a broadcast. Like he's going to work. He's not coming down just for the show. It has nothing to do with you. I just threw that in there at an inopportune time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Nah,
Screw you, JP.
You know what? I'm out. I don't care. Whatever. It's Thursday. We're here.
Who's gonna do yoga?
Let's work.
I don't like Carmen. I like angry Carmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be angry. I just don't have it in me. I don't
Carmen,
have
you
the
could be like
energy.
Norma Ray. You could be the one who leads the charge and starts a union at this radio station and starts getting everybody like if you go over there and you get Monica right out of the gate. And then you start talking to other people in the building. Before you know it, you might lead the charge and start a union.
Oh, should we all boycott?
Yeah. Oh, 3 days before the beach bash, we all go. We're not going.
No, we're not going.
Where's the
I'm
money?
out there doing everything. I'm doing yoga. I'm doing this is crazy. Yeah.
Bring the bag.
Me and JP.
Bring the bag.
I'm waiting to see who gets hit next with. Oh, by the way, you're doing this.
Yeah.
All I know, Drew is doing karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
John is getting high,
Mm-hmm.
and I am drinking. I don't know about the rest of it.
No one does.
Yeah, but you have 3 months, 2 months.
But they've planned it already.
Nah,
So if you planned it,
I think they have an outline. I think they have a shell of what they're going to
A
do.
rough draft.
Yeah, a rough draft. And then
and
they'll
they're going to
shake
put it
out.
together the day before, and then
Oh.
as we arrive, they're going to be like, "Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
Galvin, you got to be here at 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Gio,
baby.
you got to
Yeah.
be here at 5."
Yeah.
They're just gonna hand you a list.
You're working
Yeah.
this weekend. by the
Galvin's
way.
doing a live open letter reading.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody snaps. when he's doing it.
Here's your weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Joe, what are you doing?
You mean that weekend?
Yeah.
Well, my house is closed, so I can always bail.
You just leave and go home.
Joe's like 5 minutes away.
I'm 5 minutes away, baby.
I don't need a free room.
The funny thing, though, is Joe has already put his foot down because he refuses to do video at any event.
He's the original boycott.
Excellent job, Joe.
I'm with you, Joe.
I gotta really take some notes from Joe.
Yeah.
He seems to
Sure.
be doing it right.
You got to get yourself a puke hat.
Yeah.
Come
Just
on,
not do
join me in the part-time pool. You'll enjoy it.
That's great. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll got the open letter rewind into Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone.
Typically,
Supper.
Supper.
I said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. That's what I said.
Mike
Does
Calta.
anybody say supper?
Point, Michael.
No, I say dinner.
I see that on TV, and I'm like, who says supper?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Old people, I think.
It's never. No one in my family's ever said supper time. That's such a
Yeah.
weird thing to me.
Your next one, an object that is given as a
Present.
prize for winning a competition.
Trophy.
Geo. A person who has been attacked, injured,
Victim.
robbed. Galvin. A measurement that indicates how heavy a person
Weight.
or thing is. Galvin. The season that comes between autumn and spring.
Fall, oh,
Summer.
Nope.
Winter.
Oh, yeah. Doi.
Winter. Geo. An institution for teaching.
College.
School.
Mike.
Idiot.
Freedom from harm or danger.
Safety.
Geo. What?
We're all thinking the answers, and only one of us
they're
is saying
so
it.
Right.
easy, and then you feel stupid that you didn't say it.
Your next one. A set of instructions for
Rules.
preparing food.
Recipe.
Galvin. To stop regular activity in a court of law or in a government.
Recess.
Yes. What's your name, Gio? An occasion when a packed meal is eaten outdoors.
Picnic.
Galvin and Pap, we're halfway there.
Michael's on the board with 2 points. Galvin and Geo doubling that with 4.
All right.
here we
We're
go.
doing easy 6-letter vocabulary. Your next one, an instrument used for writing and drawing.
Pencil.
Yes, Pap.
Geo.
Oh my God!
Gio gets a point. A citrus fruit
Orange.
often. Yes, Galvin. A building or room in which people work at desks
Office.
doing business. Mike. Your next one. A body tissue that can contract and
Muscle.
produce movement. Oh, that was hard. I'm sorry. Geo.
Like when you're doing yoga.
Yes, exactly. You use all the muscles.
Uh-huh.
Filled with fear and apprehension.
Scared.
Anxiety. Nope.
Filled with fear and apprehension.
Frightened.
No, I was looking for afraid.
Wow.
Your next one. A basic unit of money in the U.S.
Dollar.
Yes, Mike Calta. The number between 10 and
11.
Mike. To go or come
Travel.
after
No.
or behind.
Follow.
Galvin and Pat
Damn
were
it.
on the last three.
Mike Calta with 5 points on the board, and Galvin and Gio are both tied with 6.
Oh,
Tight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All I got you.
All right, we're doing 6-letter easy vocabulary. Last 3, here we go. A person whose job is to guide and
Doctor.
assist people in legal
Manager.
matters.
Ah, damn it.
Lawyer.
Mike.
All tied up.
Mhm.
To keep several objects in motion in the air
Juggle.
at the same time. Galvin. And your last one. Everyone's still in it.
6, 6, 7.
To be unable to think of or remember.
Forget.
Geo.
Mm.
Tied it up.
Yeah.
That is correct.
All right, here we
Gio
go.
and Galvin both with 7
Mike's up.
points.
All right. Here we go. An automobile safety device designed to
Damn it.
inflate in case of a crash.
What is that? What is it? Airbag.
Yeah.
So right before that, I'm thinking, what's my strategy? Do I hesitate or do I jump on fast?
Yeah, I try to jump
Smart.
on fast.
Yeah.
That's your douchebag.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yes.
Your final score, Michael with 6 points on the board, Gio with 7, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8. Gio won with 8.
Oh.
Sorry.
Stolen valor.
One job.
Stolen valor.
Sorry.
One job.
Yeah,
One job.
sorry.
Thank
I
you,
read it
Joe.
wrong.
Jeez. Oh
The
man,
worst.
eat a W.
Worst.
Did your airbag go off?
Enjoy your win.
Line
Gio.
6. Thank you, Joe.
Unbelievable.
Stolen valor.
I wouldn't even mark that down.
No, I can't. It's not official.
Gio, pick a line.
Line 6.
Line 6. Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, good morning, Mike. This is Neil.
Hi, Neil. You are the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab your door in the break, and we'll hook you up with your choice of tickets. Okay, buddy?
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate you. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, bird banging, David Oh No, and that's a Mike move.
Did you see my bird pictures from yesterday?
Yeah.
I was sitting in my car, and all of a sudden I heard, and I look over, and there's a bird, and it's sitting on my on the window, trying to like bang its head against the window.
That was a mangy looking bird.
That's what Amanda said. Amanda goes, "That bird feels like its head, feathers on its head fell off."
Yeah.
Then it climbed. Maybe it was a zombie bird, and that's why it was banging its head against the window.
Did not look healthy.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it just hung out on my car for a while. All right, we'll take a break. Galvin, as your news, we'll do that next, and the chance for you to win $1,000 is coming up at 8 o'clock with the Bone bonus keyword. Stand by. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Cody Tucker is going to then join us in the 8 o'clock hour. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, 2 Israeli embassy staff members were shot and killed by a gunman who later yelled "Free Palestine" while being arrested in Washington, D.C. Wednesday night. That's according to authorities. The slain staffers were a couple who officials say were soon to be engaged.
So awful.
The 2 were attending an event for young professionals at the Capitol Jewish Museum hosted by the American Jewish Committee.
And what did they do?
What do you mean? What
Like,
did they do?
why do they got to lose their lives?
Oh,
Because this guy's crazy.
Exactly, yeah. At around 9 p.m. outside the museum, they were approached by a gunman who opened fired and killed them. The suspect, whom D.C. police identified as 30-year-old Chicago native Elias Rodriguez, pretended to be a bystander after the shooting. When police arrived, the man turned himself...
That's a good move, though.
Yeah.
That's a good move. You don't run. Everybody's like, who did it? I don't know. I think he went that way.
Just
and he
put
had
a
red
hat
hair.
on and do the thing, whatever. When police arrived, the man turned himself in and shouted, "Free, free Palestine," while being handcuffed. He's currently in custody. Metropolitan Police Department Chief Pamela Smith said the man, quote, implied that he committed the offense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just insane. I get if you want to go out there and you want to stand there with a sign. What are you killing those two innocent people for? They didn't do anything.
Well, I think he's killing them because they're Jewish.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it doesn't even make sense.
No, yeah.
So who's the problem?
He's the problem.
Yeah, he's definitely the problem.
The guy that murdered two people is usually the problem.
No, I'm saying the Palestinians are the ones that seem to be the ones that are.
Well, Elias Rodriguez doesn't sound very Palestinian.
No, but I mean the pro-Palestinians
Yeah.
is a better way of saying it.
Bitcoin rose to a new all-time high on Wednesday, breaking its January record. The price of the flagship cryptocurrency was last higher by 2% at $108,955, according to Coin Metrics. Earlier, rose as high as $109,857. Also this month, Coinbase joined the S&P 500, which advocates have praised as a watershed moment for the crypto industry.
So, but the high last night was like 115, wasn't it, or 111?
Yeah, so that was the last higher that it was, and earlier it rose to 109, and then it went higher than that.
Yeah, last night I got an alert that it went up to like 111,000, which is insane because remember when it was hovering around 80 and everybody's like, it could go to 100, it can go to 100. God, I wish I would have bought it then. Now I feel like I should buy more before it goes to 200.
Well, that's the whole thing is when to buy, when to sell.
I still remember trying to figure out how to mine Bitcoin in my apartment when I read the story about the guy that was buying Papa John's pizzas online.
Yeah.
He bought it for 10,000 Bitcoins,
Right.
which would have been like billions today. And I was like, I should figure that's pretty cool. He's just buying, getting free stuff online, and you could buy digital like movies and stuff. I'm like, I need to figure out how to do that. And I spent like a day or two trying to figure out how to mine.
How close did you come?
Not close at all.
No.
Yeah, I
Because-
remember watching a thing and showing like it took a bunch of power and it was very difficult to do.
Yeah, I didn't have a good enough computer is what I basically found out.
Yeah.
I saw a thing that California was trying to like pass laws for Airbnb and renters because people were figuring out it was cheaper to rent an Airbnb and go mine Bitcoin
Use
for
their power.
use their power. They would mine Bitcoin for a weekend and then they would run up like a $10,000 electric bill.
Yeah.
And these people were like, you know what I mean? So I think they were like passing laws or Airbnb was changing something in their policy that you can't like mine.
Yeah, because if you
coins
think
and
about
stuff.
that, I don't know what their policy is, whatever, but I would imagine that they're not charging you extra for electricity. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's included. They're not assuming anyone's going to go in there and run up a $10,000 power bill.
So I know that in our rental agreement we have electricity is included up to a certain amount.
I would
If it goes
imagine.
over,
Yeah, I
so
would imagine. Yeah.
that seems to be the smart way to do it.
At the time when I was trying to figure it out, Bitcoin was 25 cents
Ugh.
per coin.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine that, man?
Yeah. Had I figured it out, yeah.
That's why now I'm like, should I get on this Ripple? Should I get on this XRP? I mean, I have some, but should I be putting a ton of money into it?
But even if I had, just bought Bitcoin, 10 years
Yeah.
later,
Oh,
I
yeah.
still would have a
But
ton
then
of money.
the other thing is you have to remember you buy it and you buy it at a quarter and it goes up to 50,000.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'm selling now. And you're like, well, wait a second. Now it's 111,000.
I think even during the pandemic, it was like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think listen, if you bought at a quarter and it went up super,
Sure, you're still
and
rich.
you're out with like say $25 million, and then it goes up and you're like, I could have had 50 million. Yeah, I could have 50 million, but you still have 25 million to cry and wipe your tears with,
And you got that 25 million, you can still jump back in.
Sure.
And,
Sure,
now you
yeah.
get the money, you can jump back in.
Yeah.
But isn't it like if you take it out too early?
Sorry, I got a text. A friend of mine, I don't know if he wanted to say, he said his stepson is currently mining Bitcoin right now.
Oh, yeah.
He made $7 this month.
$7, yeah. Yeah, the pizza store is what really got me. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I try to figure out how to do it.
But what is the tax thing on it? Because like you have to hold it for a certain amount of time, and if you take it out early, you get taxed
and then
more
capital
on
gains
it,
and stuff. Yeah.
That's where it loses me. I'm just like, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. I sold some stock this year, which I didn't usually do, and it didn't really affect my.
Okay.
I mean, like you had to pay taxes on it, but I got money back still. I was still, you know what I mean? Like I didn't sell a lot, but
Right.
it kind of it offsets itself. I don't know. It depends. I mean, if you're doing your taxes with an accountant and all that, they
Right.
kind of balance everything out.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing and you're just plugging it in TurboTax, you may get a call from the IRS
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, you didn't realize this, but
Yep.
this is what we have to do." The Buffalo Bills will be featured on HBO's Hard Knocks this summer during training camp. That's according to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. He announced it at league meetings on Wednesday. The show will premiere on HBO Max on August 5th at 9 p.m. This is the first time the Bills have been selected for the series. Goodell also announced that the NFC East will be the focus of the in-season Hard Knocks, if you've ever watched that, which will feature all 4 teams in the division. The in-season series will debut in December, though, so that's
That'd
a
be
little bit
pretty
later
cool.
on. Yeah, they did the AFC North with the Steelers and the Bengals and stuff. They did that before, which was interesting for sure because you get a little bit more.
I used to never miss an episode of
Yeah,
Hard
me
Knocks,
either.
and in the last couple seasons, it was just kind of boring. There was nothing. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Those early ones with the Dallas Cowboys with Bill Parcells and all that, I mean, that was some good stuff.
The one with the Raiders, when it was like Tony Siragusa and Ray Lewis and stuff.
I think people are afraid to say anything now.
That's the thing, because you used to get some crazy stuff that you'd be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that," but I don't think they even realize like the cameras are there, kind of thing, or what the effect is. Now everybody knows you could make it or break it just by Hard Knocks.
I think also a lot of the athletes, they put all their stuff online anyway, so you already kind of get a behind the scenes.
Yeah, with social media
You
now,
see
there's
a lot
way
more
more behind the
anyways.
scenes.
So
That's definitely a factor.
When you get to the show, it's like it's kind of boring.
I got to tell you, if I'm on the bubble, if I'm a player that's on the bubble, I'm doing everything I can to get on camera and look good while I'm on camera because, other teams are watching that.
Oh, sure.
And they'll be like, "Hey, that guy seems like a good guy," or, a good locker room guy.
And
Let's
you
get
only
in
need
here.
to have one viral moment before you become you're not going to make the team, but he was that viral guy, so now he's doing reporting for somebody or endorsements. Yeah, he's on Pat McAfee show.
Yeah. I like it.
There's an opportunity for everybody to shine on these shows.
I'm sure that Monica will be very excited that the Bills are going to be on there.
I bet she thinks it's a distraction.
Could be.
It's like the Madden coverage is a curse.
Speaking of football, the tush push lives on. 22 out of the 32 team owners voted yesterday to ban it, but it needed 24 votes to be banned. So the tush push is still alive.
Bucks voted against it.
Yeah,
I'm surprised by
since
that,
they stopped it.
Yeah, well, also Todd Bowles had said that it shouldn't be banned, but then they voted against it.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
More football news. Colts owner Jim Irsay has died. He was 65 years old.
Was he sick?
An announcement from his team explains that Irsay passed away peacefully in his sleep this afternoon. It doesn't say anything about him being sick, but I know that he was a full blown alcoholic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, he got pulled over a couple times, and I want to say 60 Minutes did a whole thing on him, and yeah, he used to be quite the boozer. I don't know whether he was sober whenever he passed away or not, but Irsay assumed the day-to-day management of the team in 1995 when his father, Robert, suffered a stroke. When the elder Irsay died in 1997, Jim became the owner of the team.
Yeah, I 65 was just really young. I didn't know anything about him. So 65 and a multimillionaire, it's either cancer or something that can't be beat, or I don't know, whatever liver disease he might have had.
Yeah. Anytime you're putting your body through that stuff, it's not good. Let's see. He struggled with alcoholism and addiction throughout his life. He was open about his struggles. He had a 2014 DUI.
Didn't he
drug
overdose
possession.
one time? They found him?
Really?
He even admitted to nearly dying from a drug overdose.
That wasn't that long ago either, I feel like.
Oh, really?
That was in 2023.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he is a rough-looking 65.
Yeah.
For being a multimillionaire, too, because most of the time, multimillionaire, you have enough money to do whatever you want to do and you look good. But yeah, he was a rough-looking 65 for sure. You could, how you can kind of see people and you go, "Oh, that guy looks like an alcoholic."
Yeah.
He looked like an alcoholic.
I know a guy like that.
I'm looking at one.
You're looking at one? Oh,
No.
right over there.
All right.
A 26-year-old man arrived at a hospital in China suffering from a cough that had lasted 6 days and a persistent high fever. He was diagnosed with psittacosis,
Not psittacosis.
also known as parrot chlamydia,
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
after accidentally inhaling chicken poop. Sure, that's how you got it. Getting the parrot.
What?
They say that's how he got it, was inhaling chicken poop. I don't know whether it was like particles or
You
whatever.
think
the
he
thing
was banging the parrot?
Well, I mean, it's parrot chlamydia. He blanks me when you're not here. Yeah. So
That's gross.
be careful out there. You never know what you're going to get.
By
There's
the way, speaking of birds, I put a picture of my zombie bird up on our Instagram in the stories. That's the bird that was in my car yesterday.
In your car.
He was on my he was on my mirror and on my window.
Well, that's
Rough
not
looking
there.
bird.
Well, it was pretty close to being in.
In your car seems like a more panic situation.
If he was in my car, I would have took a shot at that bird chlamydia.
Yeah.
See what I got out of that.
But like, think about that. A lot of different animals, their poop is bad for you because, like, the whole thing with Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
If
I don't think anything in his poop is good for you.
No, but it's also you're probably not thinking about that.
A lot of
That you can
disease.
just inhale it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're not keeping that parrot cage clean or whatever, and it's getting in your air system. That's why we keep the only thing that poops in this house is the cat.
Well, and
the cat.
that's the other thing is they say about crazy cat lady is the ammonia in the pee from the cats and stuff. Whenever a lady has, like 40 cats in her house and stuff and all the pee, and they're not keeping up with it and not keeping it fresh and clean and stuff, that ammonia gets in their brain and that's what makes them crazy. And then they become crazy cat lady and they get more cats.
It's disgusting. Cats are just gross altogether. They poop in the box and then they everybody's like, oh, and they clean their own. They don't. It's
Yeah.
gross.
What
It's,
was Moose's all-time high for cats?
I think he had
11?
It was at 11?
I don't know.
I thought he had more.
Well, maybe.
I remember we used to name them all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you name any of them?
Toe, beans,
Toe?
right?
No.
No. Oh,
I mean,
I'm just
maybe.
thinking
I
of-
don't remember.
Maybe I'm just thinking of toe beans. Beans,
Bean.
bean, moon,
Tariff.
tariff. Yeah. Wasn't there a?
Toe. Bean.
I don't know whether toe
tariff,
ones. I don't know whether toe was one. Bean. Was it beam or beans?
Bean.
Bean. Tariff.
Frank.
Maybe. I don't know anymore.
Moon.
Moon. You're right.
Moon
There was
was
one
one.
called Moon. Come on, Moose.
Starlight.
No.
yeah.
You're just naming superheroes now.
Was there a? Was it just what is cat called? That sounded like Jaja.
It
Or
was
there
Moon and Bean.
bean or beam?
Maybe Beam.
Yeah.
It was Moon and Beam.
Hmm.
Anyway, he had like 11, 12, 13 cats.
I remember the number 13. Like
Maybe
13
maybe
sticks
that's right.
out.
Yeah.
All I know is I went to the house and it did not stink.
Oh.
He had it all laid out to where the cats had a place to go to the bathroom, and I expected it to be terrible and smell like cat and
Yeah.
poop and urine and ammonia, and it did not. He kept it fresh, and he didn't prepare the house for me. I just happened to stop by.
That's amazing.
I went by his house to pick something up, and I had to pee, and I went in the bathroom to pee, and that was the room that had all of the cat litter boxes in it, and it didn't stink.
To have like 12 animals in your house is insane.
Yeah. His plan was he was going to breed them and sell them. I think.
Oh.
My son's girlfriend has ferrets, from what I understand, they stink. But Joey didn't say that they stink, but that's what I've always read about ferrets.
Yeah, a buddy
Yeah.
of mine had those, and they would always smell weird.
Yeah, I think they have a certain gland that smells.
But I'd like to play with one of those. Like I think they'd be fun to have.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
Oh, hold on, coming in.
All right.
coming in hot. I'm
Uh,
gonna say 14.
Bean, Moon, Marble, Skylar,
Skylar.
Rogue. He says he can't remember anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Skylar and Rogue. That's right.
Tell him to give us a number.
Wasn't Skylar the one that used to call us?
That's because I was thinking Jaja.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was
would call
Skylar
us,
because
yeah.
Skylar would call. I asked how many. I got bubbles. He said 13 was the max.
Wow.
13 was
wow.
the max. So Carmen, you got it.
You're right. 13 of anything is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
13 fish is the only way you should get away with
Oh.
having 13 animals.
That is a
Jeez.
lot. Your finances are probably looking very good if you're a billionaire. In addition to the tax break being considered in Congress right now, the 10 richest Americans got $365 billion richer in the past year. So to break that down, that could be $1 billion to 10 people every day for a year.
But does that mean that if you're a billionaire, you're doing well because the economy is doing well? Everybody's doing well?
I don't know.
I thought
It
that's-
says tax breaks that are considered right now in Congress going on. Whatever the 10 richest Americans got, $365 billion. So I think obviously you have to be a billionaire
Right.
to get those
Yeah.
tax breaks. So you're doing well if you're a billionaire, and then you're also getting on top of that a tax break.
Carmen, regardless of what you believe, I did not get a tax break. That was a joke.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
like, I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Not a billionaire.
Are you saying the rich are getting richer and the poor middle class is staying the same?
Yes.
are getting poorer?
Interesting.
I'm always amazed whenever they point out like what the how much money people make or what the minimum wage was or whatever that, and then how much everything is so much more expensive. The cars and houses and everything, all those keep on going up like this. Meanwhile, the wage is like
Yeah.
this, kind of just straight.
Well, let
up.
me ask you a question. Honestly, all of us, do you feel like anything has been different?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
do?
100%.
In what way? I'm not challenging you. I'm just asking you. I don't do a lot of the shopping, buying, or paying the bills, so I don't really know.
Every time I go to Publix, I'm like, holy hell.
Oh, about how much more expensive
Every time,
groceries are. And stuff?
anytime I go to buy anything at a store, I definitely notice a difference.
Really?
And-
Especially groceries.
And I can tell it in my savings because I rarely touch my savings, like my bank savings. You know what I mean? I have it there in case
Right.
of emergency and stuff like that. But there has been times these past couple of years that I've had to bail myself out with
Yeah.
my savings.
I've dipped a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
So
I'll go to Publix and buy like 5 or 6 things, and it's like $45. I'm like, $45.
Yeah.
Gee, I am telling you, Aldi
Yeah.
is I love it. I
But-
love it there. I love it there. I will buy a week's worth of groceries for under $100.
Yeah, but I feel like you can only get certain things there, and like other things you can only get at like Publix. I don't know.
Carmen,
Yeah.
they put in Aldi by the radio stations.
No.
They're
it's-
putting one somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, Carmen will be very happy."
Like every Winn-Dixie's almost becoming
Yeah.
an
Oh,
Aldi.
yeah.
Oh,
that-
right,
that
that's
one
what it
right
is, right
there
over
on
here.
Dale Mabry. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one that was a Winn-Dixie is now turning into Aldi's.
I can't wait for that one to open. That's the one I'm so excited for.
It's the
But-
home base of operation.
Well, because of course the one here by the radio station and the one that's a block away from my house, those are staying Winn-Dixie's.
Oh boy.
So
It's interesting to me though because like I don't think I've ever gone to the grocery store and haven't spent less than $300. You know,
Yeah.
if you're buying groceries,
Yeah.
whatever. So then I feel like if I do that at Publix and then I go into Aldi's, they go, here you go. Oh, I saved $8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know whether it's that big of a difference.
I've
you
noticed
make enough money.
Yeah.
No, but is it more if you're spending $300? Is it more than a $10 savings? Like, because that would be a lot as far as taking you off, but it doesn't seem like it's worth $10 me to go to another place.
I go and
No, I'm
spend,
telling you, you would save more than $10.
yeah,
For
All right.
sure. Yeah. And again, it's about what you buy because they have like their Aldi brand and the off brand and stuff like that. But they will get like Doritos and they'll get like name brand stuff, but they are more expensive.
I am totally fine with buying house brand stuff
Yeah.
for certain things.
Well-
but there's certain things I go, no, I like this. I'm having this.
Well,
Yeah.
but like Aldi even put out a video one time and was like, you see these potato chips? It was like the kettle ones or something
Yeah.
like that. They were like, you see these and you see these? They are made in the exact same factory. They are just put in a different bag.
Sure.
And these are $3 cheaper if you buy them. You know what I mean? If you buy the off-brand stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that I buy the Aldi brand
I
because
feel like
it
I
is
can't buy like off-brand toothpaste.
Yeah, I don't even
Yeah,
know if they
no.
have
Look
off-brand.
weird.
No.
I don't even know if they
No.
have.
But potato chips, you know.
But
Right.
like, I can tell you for sure, I love a lot of the public salsa. The public salsa
yeah.
is really
Yeah.
good. You know, there's different
Publix.
things. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aldi
But-
has
but
some good salsa.
I would imagine they do too. Even
Yeah.
Whole Foods has their 365 that's good. You know, it's already super expensive because it's Whole Foods. So
Yeah.
I just say I'll say all the time, I'm like, how did we spend $350 and this is all we have? This is
Oh,
all
you
we
have,
got.
you have too many kids. That's why.
the,
Yeah.
the,
They do it like adults.
the worst is you go there and you spend $300 and then you come home and you go, I don't know, you want to get Uber Eats?
Yeah.
I do that.
Do
all
you have bottled water in your house?
No.
We have bottled water, and we have one of those reverse osmosis things.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is that when I go to drink the water, I just take Juliana's half bottles that she leaves around the house. I don't think I've ever gone to the refrigerator and just grabbed the new bottle of water. I just drink all the half ones I find around the house.
Yeah.
So I like Liquid Death, and I ordered Liquid Death, and I get it from Amazon, and it seems like it's difficult to find it in stores now,
Right.
in different stores, whatever. But then the other night, whenever I saw Terror, I was over at the Orpheum, whatever. I go, "Do you guys have Liquid Death?" And she goes, "We have Monster." Same exact thing.
Water?
It's water in a can. I looked on Amazon. You can get it. It's cheaper, and there's more cans. And instead of the 16.9 ounce can, it's 16 ounce.
All right.
But you're getting 12 instead of 8, and it's cheaper. Guess who switched to Monster?
Oh, man.
I
Made
mean,
the
it
switch.
tastes exact. It's water.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't have like,
Yeah.
we all talk about Dasani has a weird taste. Doesn't have a different taste or anything like that. So, yeah, I switched. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Cheaper, you get more. Works out.
We have these new energy drinks that this house is drinking. Hilani. Is that right? Does anybody know?
I
They're
don't know.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole house is addicted to them now.
I don't drink any energy stuff.
Yeah, they say it's not good for you.
No, I know. It's
Bad for
not.
your heart.
Yeah. I know. As I'm drinking it, I'm like, this is killing me.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm looking it up right now. Alani
Alani, maybe?
with an A.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's
Alani.
a new zero sugar energy
Yeah.
watermelon
that's
wave.
Yep. Orange Crush and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
I keep waiting for you to go, oh, no, don't drink
The,
that.
the very first thing that comes on Google is Alani energy drinks healthy?
Yeah. I don't know if they're healthy.
It
I
says
don't know
they
if
are
I-
not, energy drinks in general are not inherently healthy at all and should be considered in moderation.
The only reason why I like it is because it makes me burp really loud.
Yeah.
I like the Celsius. Those and because they have like a cherry cola
Yeah.
flavor, and that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And I'll have those like I usually drink them like before the gym, only
Me
'cause-
too.
just to shut up.
I drink them before yoga.
Well, no, but I like the Celsius because it's it's a fat burner. It has a fat burner in it,
Mhm.
and then it has a couple of other things. So it actually help like when I go to the gym, it helps me like sweat more.
My
And
daughter was drinking Celsius before soccer games and I told her to stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. The kids want to drink them before they're.
She's like, I don't know, and maybe
Yeah.
run faster. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, stop that.
Maybe you should be like, try cocaine.
Yeah.
You'll be blown away. This is unbelievable. Let's see. This has 200 milligrams of caffeine in there. It has biotin B vitamins. It has 0 sugar, 10 calories.
That's why I take it. The biotin.
That's for the watermelon.
Oh, yeah. 200 milligrams. They says that's excessive.
Yep. Well, this is a body that's built for caffeine.
Leads to anxiety, rapid heart rate, and other adverse effects, especially in individuals with underlying health conditions.
Oh.
200 milligrams is considered on the excessive side of caffeine intake.
Well, good thing that he only drinks 4 other coffees a day, so should be fine. It works itself out.
Ooh, high in sodium too.
Oh, all right. I'm out.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah, this is not good.
So you're saying the energy drink that has 0 sugar but all kind of different
Yeah.
stuff in there is not good? Huh. Interesting.
My bad.
A 29-year-old in Vancouver had to be rescued after he jumped off a bridge into a river. He wasn't trying to kill himself. He told cops that he was just on meth and somebody dared him to jump.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, that's what you do.
At least he was honest.
We're talking about being healthy and drinking stuff. Did you know this? This is something interesting that you may
All right.
not have known. Way stuff works together. A study found that adding a banana to your smoothie can actually make it less healthy, especially if it has berries in it. An enzyme in the bananas prevents your body from absorbing antioxidant called flavonols by as much as 84%.
Wow.
So if you're putting berries in it and you're like, ooh, I got all these antioxidants and the blueberries and the,
Then you banana it
Yeah,
up. You
banana
ruin the
it
whole
up.
goddamn thing.
yeah.
Stupid bananas.
By the way, what is his name? I forget what his
Gio.
name is. No, he's the human biologist guy, Brecca.
Yeah.
He was talking about if you're getting yogurt that has a fruit flavor in it, he goes, you're ruining the yogurt. He goes, because the yogurt and all the stuff that's in there, the whatchamacallit, what is the stuff in the yogurt?
Probiotic?
Probiotics. He goes, because it's not real fruit.
Right.
It's fruit flavored, whatever. And he goes, and that sugar and all that stuff mixes with that and totally cancels out the probiotics. He goes, so you're not doing yourself any good.
What if I
Just-
add fruit to it?
If you add actual fruit
Yeah.
to it, is fine. Like if you got Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and added fruit to it, that's fine. But the fake stuff is throwing out all the probiotics and you're screwing yourself.
Oh.
I know it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to try and eat healthy and know what's right and what's wrong. And you can have a little bit of this, but don't have this. But then if you have these two together, it cancels it out and your head explodes.
I came home last night after eating a tub of popcorn, and I came home and I was like, I'm hungry because I didn't eat dinner, and I ate a cottage cheese, and I went to bed and I went, ugh. Like I punished myself.
You add anything to the cottage cheese or just straight up cottage cheese?
I can't. If you tell me that, I don't like eating cottage cheese as it is. Like I'm just used to eating it now.
Yeah.
But if you put like a fruit in there, I'll vomit.
I was getting a little salt and pepper.
Yeah, my dad used to like that
Pepper
salt
for
and pepper.
sure.
Do you ever drink buttermilk?
No.
Joe, you probably drank buttermilk.
No.
I
He
remember
churned it back in the
Oh,
day.
I did.
my grandfather would drink buttermilk when I was a little kid, and I think I tried it, and it was horrible.
Yeah, my dad would drink buttermilk and he would put pepper in it. And
Yeah,
drink it.
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, you would just sprinkle it right on top.
Right. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds disgusting to me.
Yeah.
So
Pepper on
does-
the cottage cheese good though.
I'm not a fan of cottage cheese at all either, though.
that sounds gross to me too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying it is. It just sounds gross.
I mean, I don't eat a lot, but if I do, that's what I
Hot
do.
sauce? You ever do a little hot sauce in there?
On
with-
cottage cheese?
I don't know. Would that be?
Oh,
like-
I don't know.
I mean, you
I'm
got-
blown away by the pepper, let
you
alone
got-
the hot sauce.
You got the Franks, the
Oh, yeah.
zero stuff in there, or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's too
Might
much.
might be okay.
I used to put hot sauce on everything, and then the heartburn got too bad.
Oh.
You want to hear a weird thing that I used to eat? That's very healthy though, because there's not a lot of stuff in it. I used to take tuna and just mix salsa.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that
tuna.
sounds disgusting.
Right?
Really?
Doesn't
That's
it
a
sound? It
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
like it wouldn't go together at all. Loved it. It was
Yeah.
But they,
fantastic.
They do that.
have the tuna packs that have like different flavors, and they have like a chili Thai
Yeah.
tuna, and that's like my favorite one. I love that stuff.
But that's like a meal though. Tomatoes and tuna and that whole deal.
Yeah, tomato goes with tuna. Like
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have if you have like a tuna sandwich, I
melt.
would put tomato and onion on it.
Yeah. And pepper.
Yeah.
Some jalapenos.
Oh, once again, we're starving.
Yeah, stop
Yeah.
talking about
All right,
food.
well.
All right.
It's killing me.
Joe, where's the Venus flytrap?
Venus flytrap. Oh, it's outside.
Yeah, exactly. Because the fly just flew in my hair.
Oh, no.
I failed. You're right.
It's found in its new home.
Yeah,
You wanna
right.
Come
Now
on,
it's laying
Joe.
eggs in there.
You want me, I'll go get it right now.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You had one job.
No, he had 3 jobs, but
Oh.
that's one of them.
That's
Walk
a-
the dogs, get the Venus flytrap.
But currently, that's a pretty important thing.
It is
Listen,
can day. It is can day.
You're falling off a cliff here. You messed up the sporkle.
Yep.
You announced the wrong guy. You're not doing video.
It's the new hat. It's the new hat he's wearing.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he
It's
threw
not
him
broken in yet. Then they puke on
No,
it.
no.
It's not broken
He
in.
definitely has a new hat. He looks like an old fisherman.
Yeah.
Left the Venus flytrap out there. Now flies are getting caught in my hair.
We should get Joe hooks for his hat.
Oh, that's so dangerous. He's
I
an
know.
old man.
Yeah.
We'll put corks in the end of it.
He's just gonna come walking back in with hooks through his cheek and be like, "Guys, I fell."
Well, sorry about it. There you go. Oh, how's it look? Let me see. All right, put it in the perch.
Is that the problem, Joe? You got a new hat? It's not
Yeah,
broken in
you didn't
yet.
break in the hat.
Is that a Kangol?
It is.
Where's the? I thought the hat guy gave you a
Yeah.
cool hat.
Yeah, that's not.
I can't
That's
wear
not
that.
casual hat.
Yeah.
That's dress up hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not
Going
your
out
daily
hat.
driver.
no,
I would
no.
think that's the one you wear every day.
No. Yeah, I can't put headphones over that hat.
Also, that's a fancy hat. That's like a
Yeah.
going out. That's a statement piece.
That's a gig hat.
yeah.
Oh, see, I would
Yeah.
think like if someone makes you a custom hat for
Yeah.
your head, like that's what you wear
Oh, no.
every day.
Oh no.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know, special
Maybe
occasions.
wear the hat to Carmen's yoga gig.
You know, I'll think about that. I'll think
You will
about
be
that.
there.
I
You
won't.
will all be there.
Oh. All right. All right.
I'll take that action.
I'll bring my hat.
Carmen, let me know when the boycott's happening. I'm with you.
Okay, deal.
I'm gonna do.
We talked about it extensively off the air.
That's cool. I
Everybody's
love
on your
being-
side.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I was won over. I'm telling you, you should be the new union leader.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work, honestly.
Mhm.
I think it would just be easier to get a new job.
How much
Wow.
is that? I was gonna say, how much does union leader pay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
More work, no more money. Cool.
We'll pay our union dues.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys know this. If one of you is more interested than the others, so be it. All right. According to Yelp reviews, In-N-Out is America's favorite burger chain. The runners-up were The Habit. Does anybody know The Habit? I guess it's a California place.
I do not.
And then Shake Shack came in at number 3.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
only eaten there one time.
At Shake Shack?
Yeah, evidently my friend from high school is a chef, and he's like the head chef, I think, for Shake Shack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
But, like he's based like out of New York, but I think he's the main guy for Shake Shack. I've only eaten there once or twice, and the shake's fantastic.
I don't think I've ever eaten at Shake Shack, but I'm looking at a burger and it's got some of the crispy onions on there, and
Yeah.
it looks really good.
Yeah.
They just opened a new Shake Shack over in Wesley Chapel.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Right by my house.
This one looks like some sort of barbecue. Yeah, it's smoky classic barbecue burger. Looks really good.
It's over there by Chewy's.
Number 4 is Culver's. Culver's comes in at number 4.
Not a fan.
Number 5, Island Restaurants, which I don't know that's
The Island Boys on that.
Island Boys, the Maui Burger. Ooh, teriyaki sauce, grilled pineapple. No, I don't like that. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers.
No.
Five Guys Burgers and Fries comes in number 7. This list is erroneous.
Oh, erroneous.
I am not a Five Guys.
Felonious.
I'm not a fan of Five Guys. Five Guys burgers look like they'd be good, and every time
Yeah.
I have one, I'm like, eh,
Very overpriced.
I
Yeah.
feel like they used to be good.
Yeah, way overpriced now.
Yeah.
maybe. Wayback Burger, Mooyah Burgers, fries and shakes. What is that? Oh, they just have lettuce as the bun. Get out of here.
Stop.
What are we doing? And then coming in to number 10, Red Robin.
Yum.
Red Robin, number 10.
The
I like
fact
Red
that
Robin.
Whataburger is not on this list. Stupid list.
I don't think there's enough Whataburgers left.
Oh, they're all over Texas.
Yeah, they're just
really?
not here
Yeah.
as much anymore.
They're supposed to be opening them down in the Tampa area somewhere.
There
There's
is-
one in Brandon, I think, or Bradenton.
There is still one in Destin, and I hit it every time I go
Oh,
up there to
so
get the
good.
grilled chicken sandwich. The grilled chicken sandwich is the best grilled chicken sandwich I've ever had from any restaurant.
If you're out drinking and you get the breakfast taquitos after a night of
Taquitos.
drinking,
Come on.
so
The little French toast strips.
Yes.
Like they have
Again, that's all we do is talk about food on this show.
pretty good, man.
let's go.
It's pretty good. Today is National Solitaire Day.
Okay.
When was the last time you played solitaire?
Every once in a while on the phone I used to play back in the day, but once you beat it, not beat it, but like once you've solved it, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Played last night.
You did?
I love it. Yeah, I play all the time.
Like on the phone or in
Yeah, on the phone. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just trying to beat my time.
Yeah, it's a game you play where you take a crap.
I want to say my fastest time was 53 seconds, which is pretty good. I don't know if it shows my fastest.
I don't think I've
time on
ever
there.
played solitaire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even know how to play.
It's not very difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just putting you just
Just matching the suits or the
no,
No.
no,
In order.
no,
Opposite.
in orders down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, doing that.
pass.
Yeah. It's like,
I wonder.
lonely.
It's weird. I never really learned how to play or
You'll
played
learn
that.
it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. So remember we were talking about the whole thing with Bruce Springsteen, talking about anti-Trump stuff, and America is not his America.
Trump called him a loser.
Bruce Springsteen released an EP yesterday that includes the anti-Trump speech that he gave at his UK concert last week. Trump responded with a fake video where he hits a golf ball and knocks Bruce down. You see that? You know, whenever
Oh,
Bruce
man.
trips going up the stairs on the
yeah.
stage, he trips, but it's funny because it's Trump teeing off, and he tees off, and then you see dook, and he falls down.
I wonder, is it really Trump that puts these things out, or the
Oh,
people
no,
around
yeah,
him?
I mean, he's Trump's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So, somebody called Bruce Springsteen. They were another rocker was criticizing Springsteen's speech and called him overrated. He goes, "He's a bit overrated as he is
What?
anyway."
Wasn't
Oh.
it Kid Rock? I thought Kid
No,
Rock did some stuff.
Kid Rock
about-
did, but it was somebody who was like the Who or somebody. It was somebody.
Oh, really?
It was somebody. It was a big name and called Springsteen a bit overrated anyway. Like you can sing about the working man all you want. And you're just a guy from Jersey where you're worth a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
Don't try to make it like you're not a different guy.
And I think really the big thing was him doing it over in the UK.
Yeah.
I think was the problem because you know that he's somewhat political and, you know, born in the USA and all that kind of stuff that he has sung about, you know, over the years. And
Right.
everything. But also doing it over in the UK was a problem. But do you know who's on his side?
The Dixie Chicks?
No. A lot closer to you.
Oh, Eddie Vedder.
Pearl Jam lead singer Eddie Vedder spoke out in support of his friend Bruce Springsteen at their show in Pittsburgh. You want to hear a little bit of
Sure.
what Eddie had to say?
Sure.
Here is Pearl Jam lead singer Eddie Vedder talking about Bruce Springsteen and him speaking out in the UK.
Let me guess. It's going to sound like this.
Probably. There you
Oh, don't stress yourself out.
No, I'm Adobe is not working, so I got to play it some other way.
go.
Carmen said.
I know. I was like, Eddie sounds
The
weird.
response to all that and him using the microphone, the response had nothing to do with the issues.
What?
They didn't talk about one of those issues, didn't have a conversation about one of those issues, didn't debate any one of those issues. All that we heard were personal attacks and threats that nobody else should even try to use their microphone or use their voice in public, or they will be shut down.
How I could like somebody's music so much and hate
It's
them.
not allowed in this country that we call America. Am I right or am I wrong?
Who's Jeremy?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Part of free
Yeah. Play even flow.
Yeah.
Do you think that I don't know how much they are on board, but do you like think Jeff and Stone and those guys are like, Jesus Christ, wrap it up?
They all seem like they're pretty liberal.
Like
Talker.
they all think the same.
Yeah, they all seem like they're
They're
on the
all
same. They all have their own little their own things that they do, their own side projects.
Dave
their
didn't
own
seem
thing.
like that. That's why he's not the
He's
drummer
not in the
anymore.
band anymore, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On Twitter, Trump said that Springsteen is a dried out prune of a rocker. Just a pushy.
How do you not love that?
Just a pushy, obnoxious jerk.
Yeah.
He's not a talented guy, and I've never been a fan.
Well, I do think he's talented, and I am a fan, and I like his music. But I don't need.
Yeah.
I just don't need people preaching to me. But at the same time, I love Eddie Vedder, and I love Pearl Jam, and I love their music, and I even like the message in some of their songs. But I don't have to agree with everything, and I just also don't like to be preached to either. I'd rather just go hear the music.
Yeah, I wonder.
It's your stage. You do whatever you want.
Yeah. I wonder if you had to sit through that every time. Like, if you knew Eddie Vedder was going to get up there and do his political rant, how much you would go to the concert.
I'll tell you, the show that I saw at Hard Rock in Hollywood, there was none of that. There was
Right,
none of that
that's
at
what I'm
all.
saying.
That's because
Yeah.
it's Florida,
But-
Michael.
What's that?
That's because it's Florida.
Nah, I think
Mhm.
I think that that's more of a reason for them to get fired up. I think that they, in the face of adversity, they stick their chest out. I just don't. I think that in this case, this was topical. It was happening right now,
and
they
that's
only
his
have
buddy.
and they only have like 2 or 3 shows left in the tour. I think Pittsburgh was the last stop. So
See, I would imagine that some venues, like, because if they know that they do that, like Pearl Jam, they do that almost every concert or whatever. I would imagine like the venue, like the Hard Rock, would be like,
Yeah.
you
Hard
can't
Rock,
get
no way.
They're all about money, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all about money, but you're selling the tickets and stuff like that, and they're like, you can perform here, we're gonna pay you this, but you can't go on a
that'll
rant.
never.
I got to
fly.
tell you, I went and saw Dropkick Murphys, and there was a guy with a Make America Great Again hat, and the guy stopped the show and did a whole thing. I got to be honest with you, I felt like it was set up because he had the T-shirt and, hey, check the hat and see whether it's made in America. All right, you don't think there's any knockoff Made in America Great, Make America Great Again hats? Regardless of the message, who you're talking about, anything, I was like, play Shipping Up to Boston.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Come on.
I mean, like, what are we doing here? I don't need to hear your opinion on stuff. I came to hear the songs.
Eddie Vedder's got songs that are related to what he's talking about.
And so does
So
Dropkick Murphys.
Right. So
but
when he
it's-
was like, there's stuff going on in the world right now. This is called Inside Job. And you're like, okay, I get it. He's setting up your song. But that's about all I can tolerate.
Yeah, that's annoying. Rapper-singer Rod Wave has been arrested in Georgia on charges of aggravated assault, possession, and aiming a gun at someone. The Florida native was arrested on May 20th on 14 charges, according to the Fulton County, Georgia online arrest records. He was booked in the Fulton County jail and released on bond the same day. The charges are related to an April 21st incident that includes simple assault, reckless conduct, damaging property, obstructing law enforcement, tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit a felony.
That's a lot.
His birthday party is going to be off the hook.
He had his birthday party here at the Amalie Arena.
Right, yeah,
That
because
was
isn't he
huge.
from St. Pete?
Yes, he's from St. Pete.
Yeah.
He's, I think my son went to that show. My son loves all those guys.
Would you be interested in seeing a Street Fighter movie?
They've done it
Only
already.
if Jason Momoa is in it.
Well, you're in luck.
Oh!
Jason Momoa and WWE star Roman Reigns are in talks to star in a new Street Fighter movie.
These are things that I go, that's so stupid. Nobody's ever going to see it, and then it makes $1 billion.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, they had one years ago with Van Damme.
And those twins. Yeah. I
Yeah.
do remember that now. Remember those kung fu twins, those bodybuilding twins?
It was horrible.
The
Yeah.
Barbarians?
Nah, maybe it was the Barbarians. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm thinking of.
Barbarians were the bodybuilder guys. They weren't like kung fu, but they
No,
were.
but they were in Street Fighter.
Yeah, they may have made even 2 Street Fighter movies. I remember the one with Van Damme was pretty bad.
Isn't it weird how when we're teenagers, like Van Damme movies are great. Now we just look at them and laugh at them.
Yeah,
There's
they don't.
nothing appealing.
They
about
don't
them
hold up at all.
Yeah.
No, but it was just all about just, smashing faces and doing stuff. And, one guy taking on 25 people fighting. And you're like, oh, I guess so. And like we said, they all wait their turn to fight him instead of just going at him.
If there was a new Van Damme movie coming out this weekend, we wouldn't be like, "Ooh, gotta go see that."
No,
Yeah.
no, I couldn't imagine that.
No, but if I can reiterate, I saw the new Mission Impossible last night, and it is fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all
looking
I'm
forward
gonna
to
say
it.
about that.
Very nice.
Who dies?
Speaking of movies, a supporting actor on the upcoming Madden movie that we talked about, where Christian Bale is playing Al Davis
Yep.
and Nicolas Cage is playing John Madden, which Gio pointed out looks like an SNL skit.
It
because
really does.
it looks
Because
weird.
he looks too much like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Where Christian Bale looks like Al Davis.
Yeah, yeah.
They got that down pretty well,
Yeah.
whatever. But anyways, a supporting actor on the upcoming Madden movie reportedly quit because director David O. Russell used the N-word on set.
Oh,
Yeah, but I read that that this guy also had some. He was saying that it was historically inaccurate, that there wasn't, like, David O. Russell was using the N-word, but they were trying to say that was the way that they were doing it back then. Like, that's how John Madden was or Al Davis was, and and this guy disagreed with that, and that's why he left. Yeah, not just because it was being used like
it's how it was being used in the script.
In the script,
Right.
yeah. And this guy was saying that that's not accurate,
Interesting.
and that's why he quit.
Yeah,
I
beat
heard
it.
that Shane Gillis has a role in
Yeah.
the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
he's
that's
in
what it
it.
said. Yeah,
Wait, assistant coach or something.
I don't know. He's something, but I saw something the other day on like Twitter, and it said Shane Gillis was in the movie.
Shane Gillis is so likable.
Yeah, I wonder how long until Shane Gillis has a movie that he stars in that just makes him even bigger than he is now. That
Oh,
he
yeah.
just blows up because he is a good actor. He's great on tires. Like he's good at that stuff. And I would imagine, him and McKeever writing a movie.
I'm sure he's getting offers. He probably wants to pick the right one.
Yeah, or they want to do their own thing.
Smart.
He's great.
I saw it was a roast that they were doing. It was Louis J. Gomez. It was one of the Skank Fest things, whatever,
Right.
and they were roasting Louis J. Gomez. And Shane was up and he was ripping everybody, and it was great. And then Big J got up and he was talking about different people. And then he said about Shane, he goes, this isn't so much a joke as it's like I was trying to think of it. And he goes, I hope I described this right. He goes, Shane Gillis, you look like, those cutouts where they have the face cut out where you can go and put your face and take a picture. He goes, you look like a little kid that's standing in a cutout of a real man. And it was so good. Like the way that he set it up too.
That's
And you know exactly what he's talking about, and just dumb Shane Gillis's face. I was
That's
like, that's funny. That was good. Kim Kardashian. Yeah, I'm getting a
They're
bunch
getting
of them
worse,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that you put the stuff down the drain.
I did. I did.
We need more. Order more fly traps.
Do you want it over there by you?
Making a jungle in here. Kim Kardashian finished the law program that she started 6 years ago and held a ceremony for herself in her backyard. If she wants to practice law officially, she still has to pass the bar exam, though.
I thought in California you didn't have to go to school; you could just take the bar.
You can, but she has failed the bar.
Oh, she failed.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to say failed it twice.
idiot.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a hard
Well,
test.
I don't know.
To be what is it? The lawyer or attorney? You can be your own lawyer, but an attorney, you actually have to practice law, whatever. Like you could act as your own. I don't know. It's one or the other. The way
Okay,
you don't actually have to have the degree and pass the bar and do it, but to represent yourself as in you're an attorney or lawyer. I don't know. One or the other
no
way
idea.
it goes. And then finally news. This sounds like something that Mike would do. This sounds like a move that you would do. Someone that was infected with the measles attended Shakira's show last Thursday at MetLife Stadium in
I
New
would not
Jersey.
do that. I would not go to a Shakira show.
There haven't been any confirmed cases yet, but people who went could experience symptoms as late as June, like June 6th, whatever, because it's a certain amount of time, whatever. So measles. I got the measles, but I got tickets. I want to go see.
I mean, look, it depends on who it was.
Yeah.
Was very excited about that Pearl Jam show. If I had COVID, I probably would have went.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Because you've had COVID and came in here and told us after we did the show.
I did not.
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
Sick. That is it for news.
All right, Calvin, thank you. We got another opportunity to win $1,000 coming up in a matter of seconds. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do that. We'll give you the bone bonus keyword, and then you put it in the app, and you can win $1,000. That'll happen at 8 o'clock, then again at 10 o'clock, noon, 2, and 5. And when we come back from break, we're going to talk to Cody Tucker. You can watch that live on YouTube, as we are on YouTube broadcasting live and Bone TV. And then we got other stuff to give away this morning before we get out of here, and a bunch of other things that we need to do. Oh, there it is, 8 o'clock.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farrah and Farrah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarrahandFarrah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
Drop. This hour's keyword is drop. D-R-O-P. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter drop before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 bone bonus could be yours.
Who's coming up with these words? You think it's just like a random word generator?
Word generator, probably, yeah. Try and keep it simple, you know.
Well, there you go. Go get your $1,000. You have a half hour to do so. Try get it in now, and then we'll be back. Cody Tucker will join us. Is it a fly?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what else to do.
I don't know.
I feel. Oh, I just saw one.
We may have to move.
Joe, did you throw all the garbage?
I did.
Did you get the big can inside?
No, that can's gonna go this break.
Oh, that's the problem.
I knew it was your fault.
That's
It's been happening for weeks.
I knew it was your
because
fault.
nobody's throwing that can.
That's
Come on.
true. That
Change
can
your
is
hat.
half full, and I'm gonna change it anyway.
Change your
Oh, what a hero.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
I appreciate
I like your new hat.
Thank you, Michael.
Cody Tucker joins us next to Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Fix the camera, and now all you can see is the top of my head. It's ridiculous.
Here, why don't you sit there?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not a video guy, but I'll try. And
Can you help me out there, Galvin?
You say you're not a video guy.
Stand by, Cody. Yeah. All right.
No worries.
All right. Go to the. Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it. Yeah. Yeah. No. I need a new camera. A little more down.
Don't move. Nope.
No, a little more down. More down.
Yeah, but it won't.
Can you squeeze? Okay, now up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is just loosey goosey.
Hey, put it down here, Galvin. Maybe if put it on this.
Cody's like, what the hell
Stand
did I
by,
get
Cody.
up for?
Stand by.
Yeah, it's going.
All right, hold on. Let me try that. How's that?
Oh.
Better? Not really. Stand by. Okay, leave it right there. Perfect.
Hey. Video guy, Galvin. Good job.
Nice.
Joe,
Yeah.
do me a favor.
Okay.
The bathroom by the gym,
Yeah.
we run in there
Yeah.
and get something. You'll see it on the back of the toilet.
What is it?
You'll see it.
Okay.
You'll know right away. It's
A little
cloth.
jar of potpourri.
No, it's cloth material.
Oh.
It's cloth.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
How long?
You're gonna want to take your headphones off before you walk out of the room, Joe.
Is this a lot what Joe Rogan's show was like when you were on it, Cody? Is this
Yeah,
the same?
Pretty much same
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good. Yeah.
How's the book going?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going really well. Like,
I
way
wouldn't know
better
'cause
than
we
I
still-
thought.
We still didn't get any yet.
Oh.
I know it's taking forever.
I'm not mad
We
at
had to
you.
order 'em.
I want to point out that everybody always accuses me of being the one to not open the mail, and in this case, it's not my fault.
No, this is not your fault at all.
All
No, it's it's just it took a long time to get more in. We sold a lot more than we thought we were going to sell.
That's
so
great. Good for you.
Yeah, good problem to have.
Yeah.
But so it'll get to you. Don't worry. I think they actually got shipped out yesterday. So
I don't know if this is of interest to you or not, but I saw the new Mission Impossible movie last night.
oh really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, how was it?
Thumbs up. Excellent.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh,
Stand by, Cody. You can talk. I just got to get ready.
yeah. You can.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I see you went no sleeves.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Well,
going
peop-
headband.
Well, yeah. You can't. You know,
You guys are merging into one person.
What is happening?
I wish I would have brought my glasses.
this is incredible.
Right? It's
My
like it's
God.
like we're looking at mirrors.
Yeah, I'm seeing the future me. The future's a little dim, I guess.
This is my workout headband. I keep this by the gym in case I ever decide to go in the gym.
Oh yeah, okay.
What do you got? What kind of tattoos you got over there? What do you got? A little
This
mockingbird?
is Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh yeah.
You know, the skull and whatnot. Most people think it's John Wilkes Booth, which I don't really understand that.
Okay.
And then the next one is the old Tool tattoo. You know,
Oh, is that your deal, Tool? Yeah, that's what you like?
I'm a big Tool fan. Yeah.
They just played here with that Maynard did with his, what was the thing called? Santa?
Say Santa, yeah. The
Yeah.
With Primus.
Pussifer and Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
I kind of like the headband look.
Yeah. You should keep it. I mean, it's a little chemotherapy-ish, a little, like, you know.
That's not the look I was going for.
Yeah, he's got a little bit too much forehead space. Is your problem, Mike? Where Cody's got the hair.
Got the hair, yeah.
Yeah. Here's a little up a little higher.
If I do that, then it looks like I might, like, you don't know that I don't have hair here.
Yeah, true.
Whatever.
It's working. I mean, it
know.
is. Yeah, it's effective, I guess.
I just figured since you went no sleeves, I went headband. We could kind of match each other, but
yeah. Well, most people seem to think that we're father and son, so I figured I'd dress like you as much as I could.
Your hair is not too far off from my son.
Oh, really?
No, my son's got quite the afro on him.
Oh,
Yeah, my son's got 70s black eye afro hair. He looks like Dwayne from What's Happening.
Oh, that's a good look to go for, I guess.
It's a half.
Pam Grier.
What's that?
Pam Grier.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of Pam Grier going. Anyway, Cody Tucker joins us every Wednesday on the show. You can find him on the internet at the Cody Tucker Show, both on Instagram and on his. I watched a little bit of your podcast with you and another dude talking about wrestling.
Yeah, that's my buddy Nate.
Yeah.
Childhood friend, grew up on the same street, same trailer parks, community. Hence Double Wide Dogs being the name of the podcast. But yeah, good time.
I don't know if I asked you this or not, because I definitely put it up on our Instagram a while ago. Top 4 wrestlers for the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Oh, Jesus. Stone Cold, number 1 for sure.
That's spoken like a true Texas guy.
Yeah. Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Yep.
The Rock.
Yep. Right now we are right on.
And 4th, I'm probably going Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. I did not go Bret Hart. Who did I go? I went Stone Cold, The Rock.
You went Flair, didn't you?
No, I thought it was Hogan.
Oh yeah, and Hogan. And I'm not a fan, but I mean,
Impact.
He changed wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like my 4 favorite, basically.
Right.
It's different if I'm going like who were the 4 greatest.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different, because then I would add Hogan. I would probably add Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And then it'd be The Rock and Stone Cold.
Ric Flair lives here now, and by all accounts, I mean, I've met him a couple of times, and he seemed nice enough. I've got nothing against him. But man, I feel like it's winding down for Flair. Like he's like when Nicolas Cage went to Vegas to die. Like he came to Tampa to drink himself to death.
He's at the bar like every day.
That's all. I got reports last night that like Ric Flair is just an old drunk now. And
social media, the only time you see him is people are like, I was at the bar and ran into Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's lived a good life. His story, his whole upbringing's pretty wild. That he was kidnapped as a baby.
Was he kidnapped?
Yeah, so there was a woman named Georgia Tan who used to run this like foster care system where obviously like the government would give money to people who were procuring foster children. So she just started kidnapping kids and selling them to families around the country. One of the families that bought Ric Flair was the Flyer family in Minnesota.
Wow.
But he was born in Georgia, which is where she was operating, or Tennessee, maybe, is one of the two.
I did not know he was one of the babies.
Yeah, he was one of those babies. Yeah, there was a few celebrities who bought their kids through her. Like it was kind of a huge thing. She had like thousands of kids, just outright kidnapped them.
I'd buy a baby now if it was legal.
You would?
Yeah, like I don't want to go.
What?
Like my wife had 2 bad pregnancies. I have 2 kids, and my wife had 2 really bad pregnancies. Plus, she's 47 now, so you're gonna be squeezing any more kids out. But I would like to have another baby now if I could.
My God, that seems miserable.
It's not though. You'll be surprised. You don't. Everybody said you don't know how much you love a baby till you have one, and I was like, I get it. It's my baby. But then you have one, you're like, all right, I get it now. I really love this baby.
Yeah.
Plus, my kids are older now, so I miss little baby face.
Yeah, I've never met any of mine, so I have no idea.
You got them all laid out across the country.
Yeah, but your nephew won't let you see the baby.
My nephew just had a baby, but he gave the baby came with a list of rules. We weren't allowed to post pictures, and we weren't allowed to kiss the baby on the head and all that stuff. So I just choose not to see that child now.
The pictures thing is understandable. I think people need to probably not do that as much. But kissing a baby on the head, I mean, what the hell's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, you get that baby smell. You have no choice. You get your and they were like, you have to sanitize your hands. And I was like, oh,
but there was a case of babies like contracting herpes from family members and cold sores and stuff like that. So that's why, because in their
I'm not gonna kiss them there.
But their immune no, but you can get herpes on the mouth. But it was like the babies were contracting these really bad diseases, and some of them were dying. So you have to give them their immune system a chance to develop before you're just making out with babies.
I'm not gonna make out with a baby.
Sounds like you really want to. You're pretty pissed about the rules.
Yeah, I don't like rules.
Carmen thinks you have herpes. Is what I heard.
That's what I heard. Herpes clear. Never had a sexually transmitted disease ever. Nothing. Never had a chlamydia.
Really?
Yeah, I made it through, and I didn't use condoms a lot either. So yeah, I did a really good job.
No, condoms are for losers.
Well, I'm just saying, in the early '90s when things started picking up for me, and I started having weird random sex, and from Ybor City, those are the days I should have been wearing condoms, and I didn't, and I made it through a pretty good minefield of diseases.
A lot of dudes.
No dudes. No.
Get a hold of a poison pecker, and next thing you know, you're done. Yep.
Now I know why they don't want me to kiss the baby, because of guys like you ruining things for me.
A lot of stories.
All right, what do we have this week, Cody?
So got a story. So in the early 70s, there's a songwriter named Jim Weatherly. One day called up his friend Lee Majors, which I assume you know Lee Majors.
$6 million man.
Exactly. So Lee Majors calls up his buddy, but Lee Majors' wife, Farrah Fawcett, answers the phone. So Jim and Farrah talk for a little bit. During that conversation, Farrah Fawcett mentions that she's going to go visit her mother in Houston and says that she's going to be taking the midnight plane to Houston. Weatherly thought, that sentence had kind of a ring to it. So he decided to write a song about it, changed plane to train and Houston to Georgia, and ended up writing the legendary Gladys Knight song, Midnight Train to Georgia.
Wow. I wonder if Farrah Fawcett doesn't get any credit for that, does she?
No, I'm sure not. Yeah.
That's great. All right, what else?
Yeah. I got a few like casting stuff. I haven't done those in a long time. So the first Batman movie, the 89, Michael Keaton movie,
right,
was originally going to be a Batman and Robin movie with Robin played by Kiefer Sutherland.
Really?
Yes.
How old would he have been at the time? He would have probably been just a kid.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah.
He would have been like, I think, early 20s.
Oh, that's true, because that was Flatliners time and all that, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and he did the Lost Boys, I think, is 80. Yeah, he had already done Lost Boys,
right,
Young Guns.
Okay, you're right.
Stand By Me, yeah, that was right on that time.
Stand By Me was 86, so, and I think he was about 19 in that movie, 18, 19.
Nobody wants a blonde Robin.
Yeah, well, apparently nobody wants any kind of Robin.
Yeah, that's true.
Which actually, the original choice for Robin and Batman and Robin was Tupac.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be odd.
Yeah, but he, died.
Yeah,
so hard to do that. But yeah, and then in that Batman movie, the 89 one, the original Joker, not Jack Nicholson, was going to be Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I did hear that. Yeah.
Which probably would have been pretty good.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
He could have been Joker or he could have been Riddler, I think.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yeah. And then, which Robin Williams also was the original choice to play Jack Torrance in The Shining.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's who Stephen King, when Stephen King was involved, that's who he wanted to play the character Jack Torrance. And then that didn't work out, so then he wanted Harrison Ford. That didn't work out, and Stanley Kubrick basically shunned him from everything. And
I
pick Jack
don't
Nicholson.
find Robin Williams to be an ounce funny. He's never made me laugh and all that, but I think he's a phenomenal actor. I think he's great in movies. Yeah, in movies, I think he's great, and I think he's but that whole here that does nothing for me.
That's
same
fair.
thing. Same thing with Steve Martin. I find Steve Martin to be a nice actor. Like I like watching him in movies, but when it comes to him doing stand up and hey, the wild crazy guy, that does nothing for me.
I don't think Steve Martin is funny in the slightest.
No.
I actually don't think any like 70s, like SNL type stuff from the 70s is funny.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just not.
Do you agree with me that Dan Aykroyd has never made a good movie without being the second in that movie? Like he needs somebody else.
Sure.
Yeah, there's no Dan Aykroyd vehicle that he has steered that has been successful without a Bill Murray or without a John Candy or one of those guys.
Yeah, Trading Places. He has Eddie Murphy, who's the only
carried
reason.
the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's 100%.
Now I will tell you, he was great in Trading Places, but without Eddie Murphy, that is a different movie.
I mean, you guys are forgetting the cinematic masterpiece Coneheads.
Exactly. My point.
Yeah,
he was
exactly my point.
You know, the original choice for Trading Places, that was originally going to be a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they both backed out, so then they just, scrapped it. But they did, like 4 or 5 movies together. So
It's so crazy.
The last one. Yeah.
Well, all right. If you want to find Cody, you can find him on Instagram at the Cody Tucker Show. Also on YouTube. What do you have coming up on your show?
Got an episode with Balthazar Getty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You talk Young Guns 3?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. There's not a whole lot going on with it yet, but they are, it is being filmed or pre-production. So
what is he doing now?
I don't think he's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
I mean, living the life.
Yeah. All right. Well, he would have been a good Robin at one point.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, probably for that movie, for the first one.
First one, yeah. All right, and then Cody, tell everybody where they can get your book as well.
So Amazon.com or thecodytucker.com.
And,
either way, yeah.
What is the name of the book? I'm sorry.
And Now You Know.
And now you know a bunch of stuff that Cody does on the internet and does on this show every Thursday. You can find it in book form, nice, easy read. And go to thecodytuckershow.com and buy the book to support Cody. Cody, thank you, brother. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, man.
All right,
see you then.
There you go. I gotta take this headband off. It's suffocating my forehead. We got some stuff to give away, Carmen, don't we?
Yeah.
We got Luke Bryan tickets.
Yeah.
We got Dirk Bentley tickets.
Yeah.
We got Redneck Bingo coming up. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Oh man, I just saw Gio do the same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're under attack. I
see you doing it, but I don't see them over here. Maybe it's because I got the Venus flytrap over here. Do you want to borrow the plant?
Yeah.
Put it over there.
Can I tape it to my face?
So my friend Lou sent me another thing to buy. It's she said she lives next to a farm and they have the little flies, and this is like a little bag that you hang, and it's gross that we have flies in here.
Yeah.
I might have to just call the exterminator.
Whatever you did that for a couple days ago seemed to work, but now it's not working again.
Well, so here's the deal. I'm going away this weekend, and I'm going to fill the drains with that stuff before I leave and let it sit while we're gone. Because I think I might have cleaned out of town.
Okay.
Well, you got to know everything.
Somewhere bougie.
I just like to ask questions, see if you answer. Why are you hiding?
Going to the beach.
Oh, nice.
Want to do yoga?
You know what?
I keep thinking about that, Carmen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on my head today because we were talking about it off the air. I said that they've got us so trained to think that that you asking to be compensated for things is greedy.
Right.
But it's not.
No.
I'm on your side.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in the beginning.
Yeah. Maybe you could put in a good word since
Me, but I don't.
I don't know.
Goes back to you thinking I run everything around here.
I mean, I did the math yesterday. You make 24 times more than I do.
First of all, two things. You don't know how much I make. You took a guess. You took an estimate.
And you said I was the closest. So
closest.
Right. So with that amount,
20 to 24 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. 24 times the amount.
I've also worked.
You probably make more than that. So it's probably more like 25.
I've also worked in this job 24 times longer than you have.
No, you haven't.
Sure I have. I've done 24
No.
No.
times more than you have.
4. Carry the 1.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Carmen, how long have you worked here?
I've worked here for 13 going on 14 years.
13 times 24. You haven't been in radio that long.
Thank you. And again, I'm not saying I should make what you make. This is not the Carmen show. This is the Mike Calta show. That is not what I'm saying at all.
See, this is what happens when we talk about money in fighting stars.
Mike has worked in radio for 312 years.
Yeah, right.
It's been a very rough road.
It's been a hell of a ride.
I've been
Hell of a
through a
ride.
lot.
You look great.
You look great.
Look
yeah.
great.
That's not according to Cody. Cody says, I believe the quote was dim.
Yeah. I'm
Future
looking in a
looks
mirror
dim.
and the future looks dim.
Yeah. Oh, my son. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah.
Get money.
Get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What is it? that clip from Tires with Shane Gillis. Big dog needs to eat.
Yeah. This doesn't sustain my new lifestyle. By the way, Carmen getting money directly affects you positively. Carmen not getting money directly affects you negatively.
I don't see how either one of them affects me at all.
Her attitude
Oh.
and what she's doing.
And what I bring to the table.
I will go so far as to say it doesn't affect me. I will not let Carmen's attitude influence me,
Oh.
good or bad.
100% you do. You start like 9 out of 10 shows with, oh, what's wrong with Carmen? Or, Carmen, you seem in a good mood.
Yeah. But it's not affecting me. It's just something
you
that
talk about it off air. You were talking about the yoga stuff off air. Like
yeah, we were in the middle of a
affects-
conversation. We had to go to break, but we were still talking about it.
Right. So it affects you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burn.
We'll put
I
it this
just
way.
like-
I will not let it negatively affect me. Take that however you'd like.
Happy Carmen, happy life. No, that doesn't really
Mm-mm.
work out well.
Happy stuff. Happy game.
I was trying to think of a rhyme. I got nothing.
No, yeah.
I went Happy Sandy. I got nothing.
Happy Carm, Parmesan. No.
Happy Carm, no harm.
Yeah. Happy Carm will do no harm.
Oh.
If I were you, I'd just learn some yoga.
Mad Carm, you better move to a farm.
Yeah.
It works.
All right, we got stuff to give away. We got tickets to a bunch of things, but they include country concerts like Dierks Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
When is that, Carmen?
Dierks Bentley. You want to know when the concert is?
Mm-hmm.
Google it.
Dierks Bentley.
Dierks Bentley is June 6th.
All right. And we also have Luke Bryan.
Yep. And that is June 14th.
Is that the fat one?
No, that's Zach Bryan,
Oh.
right? Carmen?
I don't know.
There's the one guy's the fat guy. Not like jelly roll fat, but he's
That's
fat.
Zach Bryan, I believe.
Is it Zach Bryan?
Yeah, he was the one that went out with the hot chick from Barstool.
The chicken fry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. This is all making
He's
sense.
not fat. He's just like puffy face. He has like a round face, but he's not fat.
Yeah.
And then Luke Bryan's Catfish.
Yes.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like tall.
He's the
Luke-
originator of Redneck Bingo.
Yes.
It was Luke Bryan that made us realize that all these songs are the same.
That they all say dirt and tires and boots and
True.
yeah.
All right, let's play a little Redneck Bingo. Here we go.
Mm.
All right, well, that's it.
Only one winner.
Only one winner. We tried, though. We reached out there. Maybe we'll have another opportunity to win tomorrow. We got to take a break in the meantime. 800-771-1025 are our phone numbers. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. I'm going to ask a question, but I know you guys are going to lie.
Oh, I will not lie.
You're, I think, going to be the one that lies the most.
Oh, come on. You're lying about me lying. That's how much you lie.
If you were to hand me your phone and I scrolled through your pictures, will I find a picture of your penis on there?
Yes.
No.
Gio, I ask you that question.
No.
Joe?
You will find a picture of Galvin's penis. On my
Yes. Right.
phone. No pictures of mine, though.
Carmen?
No penis pictures of mine.
Do you have nudes?
No.
Really?
It depends on what folder you're looking at.
No, on
But
your
like,
phone.
yeah,
On your
on
phone
your
right
phone.
now.
Right. Like I'm saying, like if you, yeah, oh yeah, on my phone, yeah.
Let me see. I also have one on there, but I only have one, and it's my standard go-to one that I send to Robert Kelly all the time. The guy who, and I send it to my wife. A lot of times, if I could see my wife on the other side of the room, or doing some work or something, and I'll just send it to her, and I'll see her look at it and just shake her head in disbelief and go back to whatever she's doing.
Does Bobby send you wiener pictures?
No, he sends me other people's wiener.
Oh.
So
you look at it, you go, that's definitely not Bobby's.
Oh yeah, like he sent me one of Justin Silver one time. There's another comedian who's like in really good shape, and you could see Justin, just his abs and his giant crank, and I was like, wow.
They got the V that points down.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, that's not Bobby.
I had to stop sending boob pics to Chad.
Why?
Because
Distracting?
When he's at work,
the phone's on the desk or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Carmen, it's funny you bring that up. New details have emerged why a Hernando County middle school teacher found himself without a job and behind bars Monday, with the possibility of soon being deported from the United States.
Oh.
The Hernando County Sheriff's Office said the investigation began after deputies learned of allegations that Jonathan Rowe, a 45-year-old math teacher at Explorer K-8, had shown nude photos of himself to his students. The 15-year-old student told detectives he was in Rowe's classroom during a planning period. He and Rowe had recently taken a photograph together. When the student asked to see it, Rowe began scrolling through the images on his phone. Rowe would occasionally stop scrolling, pause on what appeared to be photos of his genitalia, the student said. The teacher then asked the 15-year-old boy to take his phone into the school bathroom and take pictures of his own genitalia and then to show it to him.
Too far.
Investigators conducted an interview with Rowe, which they said he admitted to having nude photos on his phone, but declined to answer whether he had showed them to the student. The middle school teacher was arrested at his Spring Hill home on Monday and charged on distributing obscene material to a minor and using a two-way device to commission a felony. A spokesman for the school where he had been employed said the middle school teacher, I don't know it was how it is, but he was terminated last week on May 14th and will be not allowed to return to the school. I guess he's here on a visa, and they could actually send him back. Man, if I was on a visa, I would not be gambling anything right now.
No
I'd be so
way.
scared to do anything.
Yeah, the old stop and scroll trick.
Yeah.
Well, what's this on? I was just scrolling through. What's this?
I will tell you that occasionally I've been scrolling through my phone, and I see that my picture, and I go, "Ooh!" I get nervous. Like I'm like, I got to make sure nobody else sees this. And I also get a lot of booby pictures, like from guys mostly. Like guys will send, guys will see a picture of a girl's boobs, or they'll send them to and I have some of those on my phone. But that is something that if you scroll through, you got to be careful of, especially
Also,
with kids.
if I'm scrolling through, if you ask me something, how's your dog doing or something like that, and I go, oh, great, and I want to show you a video or show you a bit, don't be all up in my biz.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Don't
Like,
be peeking
if I'm
over the
I'll
scrolling,
show
I'm like,
you.
relax.
Yeah,
A lot of people do that. A lot of people be like, look, and I'm like,
Or they'll
Yeah.
like put their hand out, like you're gonna give,
Yeah.
give you your phone to like go through your pictures.
if you
like,
give me the phone, I'm scrolling to the right and to the left. I want to
Right.
see the before and after picture.
which is why I'm not giving my phone to anybody.
no, I hold it up. I hold it up. It's
Yeah.
the same with, let me take a look. You look with your eyes. That's what you look with.
What are you
You
hiding?
don't touch. Got stuff on there.
What else you got?
Don't worry about it.
No, you got a lot of stuff.
Don't you think Galvin's got the most secrets out of anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all
Secrets. I don't have any. You asked me, and I said yes.
no, I know, but we still feel like for some reason you have the most secrets.
Does your wife send you anything?
Not really.
Yeah, my wife will send me stuff.
I don't believe you.
So I don't want you to see. No.
Let me see what you got.
Does your wife want to send me stuff?
No. My wife will send your wife stuff.
All right.
Wouldn't it be great if Galvin was dumb and he'd be like, "Yeah, she does. It's right
Yeah.
here."
I told you.
Stupids.
Look how dumb you look now.
Yeah.
Blow my mind.
I don't know, that kind of stuff that would get you in such trouble, and so many, like, remember I wanted to do a thing back when John Brennan worked on the show. It was me, you, John.
Where we're going to
Spanish.
send our wiener pics to high school kids?
No.
That was a different one.
No.
I mean,
Do
who
that.
We were
shut
gonna-
that one down?
Take a picture of our testicles, just
Yeah.
our testicles, and then put them on like in a column.
Yeah.
And then a headshot, and you had to draw a picture from the
line.
testicles to the person
Yeah.
to see who they were. And I was all set to do that, and I think it was Tony who shot that down. Tony was like, "You can't have it." I was like, "Why? Who cares?"
No.
I still wouldn't care. I don't know.
When Jenny saw Leanne Burt's wife at the 5K, she goes, "I don't know if you remember me, but we touched each other's man's stuff in the studio." And she was like, "Oh yeah,
That was fun.
yeah."
Yeah, I wonder if we could even get away with doing that now. Like if I tried to run that past Cox and said, "Hey, we want to do this thing where you draw the line over there." I think they'd be like, "No, I don't think so." My, have we fallen?
Fun police.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, what's up, Galvin?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, did you guys talk about the solar flares coming to hit us in the news? I think I missed it.
Who
Solar
did?
flares coming to Hernando? I don't know what he
What
said.
did we say that again?
No.
Supreme burrito?
No, wait.
Nah, bro, nah. I don't know if you guys mentioned it in the news, but yeah, it's a solar flare coming to us, bro. I don't know if you guys are aware.
Coming where? Where? I'm gonna look it up. Where is solar flare coming?
What
Where?
do you mean coming where? Mike, coming to us.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Like
coming where?
Florida,
But I mean,
or
solar
North
flares
in
happen all the
general?
time.
No, Carmen, everywhere. Majorly, like the East Coast of the United States. We
All right.
messed up. We effed up.
NASA confirms 2 major solar flares on the sun, which cause blackouts on Earth. Now, these things happen all the time, though, sir, and they say that it could cause disruption in the communication, but it never does, though.
Yeah, Mike, but it's saying that this one is coming. It's on its way right now. So
I don't know. This one says
just letting you guys know.
the first one happened on May
I know.
13th.
I'm just letting you guys know. I don't know if you guys talked about it in the news. I'm just saying.
What are you doing to protect yourself from the solar flare?
Sunglasses.
Nothing.
He put a nice base. He put a nice base of oil on himself.
It does say a massive solar flare is heading toward
Yeah, I
Earth,
love you
threatening
guys.
to
Thank you,
disrupt
buddy.
communications, navigation systems, and power grids
But this
around
this
the world.
happens every month.
I'm
Every
going to go
month
out
they
on a
one.
limb and say we're going to be fine.
Nothing's gonna
This
happen.
one says major.
Yeah.
Major.
But they all say major, and then they show
We just-
they show the video of the exploding sun, and they go, "Look at this, the largest solar flare," and nothing ever happens.
Gio, it literally says major, and it says it happened on the 13th and 14th.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's
I'm
the
just telling you what it
22nd.
says. I don't know about these things.
The second solar flare was peaking at 4:25 a.m. on May 14th, and nothing happened.
Well, I guess
Take
we'll
a
be fine.
picture of the solar flare and then draw a line to my ass because I don't care.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. All this talk about D's and stuff, wasn't Carmen supposed to write a book or something?
Carmen's book was going to be called "Get a Load of D's," and it was going to be all the D pictures that she's been sent over the years, unsolicited. Mostly unsolicited. What did you ever do with that? With the catalog, Carmen? Do you still have them, or did you?
No, a lot of them got deleted
Oh,
from
Chad.
the laptop that I had them on.
Carmen, I probably asked you this before, but be honest. Was there at least one out of there that you were like, God damn?
No, the ones that I remember were the people who would either dress them up
Oh.
or
Like a
they
little suit and tie?
or they would draw on them and make them into stuff.
I've never done that. Have you ever done that? I've never done that.
But yeah, people would put hats on them. And stuff.
What?
Someone put a little Santa hat, so they must have had a little toy Santa or something.
I did have one where I had a Hulk action figure grabbing it like I was trying to fight it. No, I'm just kidding.
But people would they would put it next to something for size.
Yeah.
There was one that put it next to a remote, and that one was whoa, bro.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Aggressive.
But, yeah.
Oh.
Not an Amazon remote, like a real remote.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, but yeah, no.
You want
that
to see
didn't-
Justin Silver's? It's pretty impressive.
Sure.
All right, I'll send it.
Okay.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning, Mike, Galvin, everyone. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Good, buddy. I had two things. One, do you believe that the radio station considers paying for the cruise and the hotel that would, obviously you guys are doing in July as somewhat payment to lowball, appearance fees? Probably not you or Galvin, but Carmen or whatever, because she's obviously thinking that she's not getting paid what she believes, and she's probably right. But I'm wondering, do you think that? And I don't know if this is true. I'm assuming they're paying for the weekend for you guys, the room, that is.
Yes. So you're saying there's the fact that they paid for the room and the weekend, is that a lowball compensation for a talent fee? Is what you're saying?
Pretty much. Hey, what we're paying this whole weekend, but you got to do yoga and you got to do
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I believe that they consider that, and they are like, well, I mean, you are getting the room, but here's the interesting thing: they're not paying for the room.
Right.
That's
Trade out.
what it's called, trade. So they're getting those rooms, and yeah, they could probably make more money if they didn't have to give some of those rooms away. But that's like,
But-
you're not really paying somebody; you're just not spending.
And but also,
Right.
But also, I wouldn't be there if I didn't have a room. So if you're expecting us to
Right.
be there and interact and be with the listeners,
It's a slippery slope,
Yeah,
sir.
you can stay in prison for free. The
Right.
food's there.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think,
And
sir? As
obviously-
an outsider, what do you think?
That's what I think. And Galvin, hit it right in the head. Exactly. Like, obviously, because you sold out that place within hours.
Yes.
They're not going to do that naturally. So they're probably saying, we're going to give you this amount of rooms for this one and Monica and JP and Joe or, whomever, because we're going to sell out, which we naturally wouldn't sell out on this weekend.
Would you say that?
So I'm assuming
we would say that the
Sorry,
talent on the radio station is the big draw to this place.
Oh,
for the weekend.
Wow.
100%. When was the last time that hotel? And I have no idea about that hotel. As soon as you mentioned it, I did. Obviously I went and looked it up, and it looks like a beautiful place. You said they spent millions, and they were revamping the place, so they probably want to recoup that money, and they probably will that weekend in booze, alcohol, all kinds of stuff. You're going to draw in all kinds of all kinds of money.
I would imagine so. The only thing that you are going to have to pay for that weekend is your booze and your alcohol and your drinks. So I would imagine that people are going to come there ready to spend some cash.
I would like to bring
That's
this
what
guy
I'm
to the
saying. The
union
hotel will probably make that.
What's that, Joe?
I would like to bring this guy to the union meeting
Yeah.
that Carmen's putting together.
I did.
Carmen.
I did have one more thing. This is kind of a sideball. Do you think? I know years ago you had Medicine Man race so and so, and he used to be like, he rides his bike everywhere. Do you think he's getting fatter because he has an electric bike now and he doesn't pedal everywhere?
Yes. He's definitely not the medicine man that we are used to knowing. He is definitely an inflated, salt water retaining medicine man for sure. Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you. He's going to definitely find that all those years of riding his bike and now just coasting by on an electric bike are definitely having an effect on his health system.
Right.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning, 102.5.
Hello, sir.
One equally bad comedian to Steve Martin, I'm going to have to say, is the late Robin Williams.
Well, that was how we
Yeah,
started the
that was-
conversation. It was the first person we said was Robin Williams. Yeah. Not a good comedian, but a good actor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
repeat
it's
that.
okay.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
I will tell you that I do think that Steve Martin is a clever writer.
Yeah.
Like he's good. Yeah, but as far as his stand-up, it
Stand-up.
was very silly, and it's very of that time.
I don't think I've ever even seen his stand up.
Well, he did it in the 70s, and he was huge. I mean, he was selling out huge places.
Yeah.
Like,
His albums were huge.
yeah, and he was all over the place in the Excuse Me, that whole thing, whatever. But yeah, as far as his stuff, it was very like out there and very new to everybody. Now you see it and you're like, Jesus, what is this?
Did he
See, some
never not have gray hair?
No, that's what's so funny is it was, since he was like 30 or something, he had gray hair. He always looked old.
What were you going to say, Carmen?
someone's stand up that I never saw when they were alive was Bob Saget. And I watched one of his specials not too long ago. It's on HBO. And it was not what I was expecting and also not for me.
Well,
but there was like some funny stuff in there, but
Yeah.
like the flow of it, it was so like, it was a little confusing back and forth and this and that and here and there. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he's a little all over the place. I
Yeah.
actually found him to be like back in the day when I first found him. I found him through stand up and I thought he was very funny, but I also don't know if that would hold up now either.
Right. And like I said, this was like an old one, like early 2000s that
Yeah.
I watched. So maybe I just need to watch a different one. But it, like I said, it was like all over the place. And by the time he did a punchline, I was like, what joke is he telling?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
That
get
was
it.
kind of his character, his stand-up character that he did. Yeah.
Last week when April Macy was here and she says, I don't want to go out Bob Saget style in a hotel. That was so sad to me.
She's right.
Yeah.
She probably thinks about that all the time too.
That was so sad to
She-
hear. Like have it put that way. way.
As she lowers herself into a pool in Tulum.
But that's the thing too, is think of how many road comics are out there when Bob Saget died and they were in a hotel and they're like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to die in this hotel.
Yeah, for
Right.
real.
Yep.
And especially because they're usually by themselves.
Yep.
So if anything happens, there's no one there to like call or check on you until the next night.
Well, the-
like exactly what happened.
The
Like,
maid finds you.
yeah.
Oof.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
we all just went oof. That's a sad realization. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. CJ, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. From Jersey, but lives in Bradenton now. I just wanted to tell you that headband you had on.
Yeah.
It really looked good.
Sexy,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Sexy, right?
I
CJ?
agree.
I loved it.
Well, I mean, it cuts off my forehead. That's why. What do you look like? You a hot little package, a hot little jersey number?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
All right, well, send some nudes, will you?
Wait.
I'm cutting right to the chase, Carmen. I'm cutting right to the chase. I just want to see nudes now. I'm married, and I can't do anything, but I'd sure like to see you naked.
Well,
Yeah.
well, no, that's not going to happen. But
Aw.
anyhow,
All right, well,
looking
thank you
forward
anyway.
to the beach party.
We'll save it for out
Love
there.
you guys.
All right,
See you out
thank
there.
you.
She would have to move her cigarettes to take pictures.
Yeah,
probably.
for sure. I was hoping that would be Medicine Man. I want to talk to him about getting fat.
Oh.
He's going to be so mad.
Yeah, I'm not getting fat. That guy can. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm wearing that headband now. At the whole weekend at the beach thing.
Yeah.
Got to get one that fits you.
What?
Well, you're the one who was saying it was squeezing your head.
Yeah.
Oh, that does look small, though.
It's
Stretchy,
elastic.
though.
I know, but still.
Control your hormones, CJ.
Oh yeah.
If I keep it up here,
Yeah, but I still think you need to bring the bottom part down a little bit. Right there. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
thank you, Galvin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can still see a little bit of the forehead up top, but that's
it's,
fine.
You know, it's what we got. Let's put my hair forward.
There you go.
Sexy,
Yeah.
This guy must work out a lot.
right?
Yeah.
Look, it gives you those vibes.
What does it?
Shut up, Carmen. Carmen, you know what June 21st is?
June 21st,
Somebody just sent it to me.
the first of the month.
International Yoga Day.
Oh.
You know,
I'm surprised Carmen didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm never doing yoga
Can,
again.
can I just tell you something though? Is that I have the Amazon Video Alexa thing here, and for the last half hour, all it's showing is women doing yoga poses and stuff. I mean, they are totally listening to everything that we do.
Yeah.
Everything
Oh,
that we
yeah.
do.
I don't think they even hide it anymore that they're
No.
listening.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have never searched a yoga thing in my life, and it's come. All the yoga pictures are coming up here now. Crazy. All right, we got to take a break. If you'd like to get through the show, 800-771-1025. You have another opportunity to win $1,000. That is going to happen before 10 o'clock this morning. It's going to actually happen right at 10 o'clock, right before we get out of here today. This is 1025 The Bone.
With all the drummer drama that's been going on, Josh Freese out of Foo Fighters,
Drummer.
Zach Starkey out of The Who.
Yep.
Some cool drum stuff. Wolfgang Van Halen was on Drumeo, where he was breaking down all of Alex Van Halen different drum stuff. It was really cool.
That's
Because he's a great drummer. I mean, he plays guitar and bass and drums and everything and sings.
That kid plays everything.
He's really good.
That kid was in Van Halen as a bass player, is in his own band as a guitar player and singer,
Right.
and also plays drums.
Yeah. It was interesting because he was talking about how he and his dad started jamming, and he kind of put together a set list of Van Halen stuff, and it was both Dave and Sammy stuff, and going through it all. And he goes, you have to understand, he goes, when we were getting ready to go out on the road, it was like 3 to 6 months of me and my dad just sitting there going through all these different songs and playing and doing all that stuff. So you have to imagine he was practicing so much and had Eddie there teaching all this stuff. And it was funny. He said when Dave finally, they got Dave, and Dave came over for rehearsals and stuff, and he looked at the set list and he was like, what is this? And he's like, no, that's not the list for you, because it had Sammy stuff on there. But then the other thing, what was the other drummer thing I was going to tell you? Was Wolfgang. Oh, and then did you hear the audio of the new drummer for Guns N' Roses
No.
starting a other song?
Oh, yeah, play the wrong song.
He played
and
the wrong
Axl was
s-
yelling at him.
Yeah, because they have their in-ear monitors where they can talk, just the band. It's not going out over the PA. and he's saying the name of the song. And he's like, "Wrong song. Can anyone hear me? Does he know he's playing the wrong song?" And yeah, it was like,
That was pretty crazy.
And then you hear him go, "That's my bad. Sorry."
And that's your last day in Guns N'
Oh
Roses.
yeah, that's got to be right. I mean, because he's only been there a little while. You start playing the wrong song, and you're like, "Damn it!"
I saw a picture of Axl Rose a couple days ago.
Not real.
Is that you see
No.
someone
that huge fat one?
He's like
Yeah.
slashes right next to him, and he's got a
No, he looks pretty good actually. Like,
huge gut.
like size wise.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was a fake picture.
Yeah,
That was huge.
that was crazy.
The meme that says "Welcome to the jungle. I'm here to eat some cake." Like, it's an old meme, but it still makes me laugh.
I saw one that said the next album is just going to be called Appetite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are getting married, I guess.
That's what they're saying.
And they're hiring like celebrities to perform at their wedding and stuff. But I'm looking at a picture of the two of them now, and I'm looking at her. She is fan-friggin-tastic.
Oh yeah.
She's got great lips, great boobs. She must S the best D ever.
I mean, if you're a billionaire,
If you're a billionaire
what
and you're thinking about getting married, you gotta imagine she's S-ing the best D ever.
probably
Right?
Yeah, but you mean she looks like a billionaire wife?
Well, she looks like a billionaire girlfriend. Like
Yes.
there's certain I actually see her in certain pictures looking wifey, looking wife style. Like but I don't know. Like I have to tell you, if I was single, not that I have a woman that I love, like I don't have Amanda in my life, I don't have any of this. If I was single and I had $1 billion, I think I'd have to have the conversation with every woman who is a potential and be like, I love you, but I am forever going to sleep with other women.
Well, here's the thing: is if you're a billionaire and he's got more than $1 billion, I know
Right.
you weren't saying him, but just even 1 billion's crazy, but he has way more. Is if he is, if he's in love with her, he's in love with her, and they're together and stuff. But if he's just, is with her, he wins every argument. Every time, no matter what she says, if she's
got
pressuring, if she's pressuring him to get married, and he's like, "Listen, we're not going to get married," well, then I'm leaving you. Oh no, will I ever find another hot girl?
Right,
I'm a
right.
billionaire. Get out of here.
I'll have the chopper pick you up in an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get out of here. By the way, not only can I find other girls, your sister will bang me because
Yeah.
I'm a multi-billionaire.
I think when you're like a Bezos, I think you probably only want to let certain people into your inner circle at a point.
Sure, yeah.
Because
To stick around.
Because everything you do.
Everyone's
No, but
for money.
here's the other. Here's the other thing is now any random girl that you have, she's texting to her friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like this guy beat me up, and I'm gonna get all his money and da 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 da.
Anything you
That's
say
potential.
or do becomes a massive story.
Yeah.
That could cost you tons of money.
The hooker that Bieber had taking pictures of him and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're all out to get that
Clout
money.
chasers.
Yeah.
It's not what I thought you said.
I
Clout.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
You said clout, just
Clout.
to
Yes.
clarify.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I believe that that if I was that guy, I'd be like, listen, I love you and I want to marry you, but in about a year, I'm going to start having other girls come over just to do some stuff.
Well, or you just find a girl that's down with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
I bet even that gets old though eventually.
Sure. You gotta keep on pushing
When-
the envelope.
Yeah. Like you just probably I imagine you get tired of that.
And I don't know. I think some people just actually fall in love
Uh,
and want to
yeah.
be
That-
with their partner.
You're under the spell of. I love my wife. My wife is, but that doesn't mean I don't want to bang all of her friends. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going
List
to.
them. List them. Which ones?
Oh.
In
No,
order.
I guess her friends was not a good idea because she really doesn't have many good.
Just one
friends.
in particular.
No, no. I mean, there's people in our lives that we know that I'd be like, yeah, that one for sure.
You know, the more I look at Lauren Sanchez's face now,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but it makes me think that like she's on par with him almost. You know what I mean? Like she's older. She's got the big boobs and she's got the lips and all that stuff, but she is also older and like he must get along with her really well. If you're thinking about marrying her. I mean, it's not like she's pressuring him into getting married.
I think his ex-wife is more attractive. Mackenzie Scott?
But also,
I don't.
imagine this. What is he even worth? Do we know what the total is? It's over 100 billion, right?
Alexa, what is Jeff Bezos worth?
$334 billion.
$234 billion.
Okay,
Yeah.
so $234 billion. So he goes, fine, we're going to get married, but here's the deal. If we get divorced, whether it's my fault or whatever, you get $1 billion.
Right.
Get out of here. You're
Yeah.
not getting any more.
Here's $5 billion.
Yeah. Just leave me alone. Here's $1 billion.
$234 billion.
His ex-wife, who was there from the jump, she walked away with like $40 billion when they split,
And gave half of it away.
and gave half of it away. Yeah,
It says she's worth $28 billion.
Yeah.
Still.
God,
Crazy.
That is so wonderful.
and she didn't create Amazon. I think she was just around.
Yeah. Well.
And then she also got remarried, and it looks like they're already divorced.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's got a prettier face than the Sanchez chick.
I don't know. I'm looking at a really good picture of Sanchez right here where she's got her boobs out and she's got the lips going.
Yeah, but she definitely has that old porno face.
Yeah, I like that. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Right. Lauren Sanchez is the Kim Kardashian special.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor, get everything done. Where
She's the older version of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Where Mackenzie Scott, she's just naturally
Okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's naturally okay.
Plain Jane.
Yeah.
Plain Jane, give her $40 billion.
Oh yeah, she already divorced this other guy.
That's so crazy.
He looks like just a normal dude too, though.
Why would you get married? And why? I mean, I don't know. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How's it,
Oh
man?
man, I heard you're getting fat now that you have an e-bike.
Yeah, I just weighed myself on the scale, 178 pounds.
Ooh, that's like up 25 pounds.
Yeah,
And I was in the nude when I was weighing myself, too.
Didn't need it. Didn't need it. Didn't need that information.
Because I'm by myself in my house. Who will see me?
Yeah, no, we got it.
You want to be accurate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a scale in their bathroom.
Do they?
Most people do. They go to the tub and they weigh themselves. Sometimes they have to take a shower.
Yeah.
Steam at the shower will shed some weight or something like that.
Is that
I
the
feel
science?
like Medicine Man's trying to convince us he's human.
Yeah.
You know, that's what everybody does. All of us humans, we have our shower and then we have our scale and it's in our bathroom.
He lives alone. He probably just walks around naked all the time.
Oh, is that
I
true?
When I'm out of the shower, I do drip it. Walk around naked.
Yeah.
Drip dry.
We should have Tom go stay at his house.
Yeah. By the way, Joe, did you say you do?
No, I said I would.
Oh, I was going to say you
If
have a
there's nobody around,
teen
I would.
girl in your
I
house.
mean, if there's nobody sees you can walk around naked, getting fed out of the closet or something like that, with your towel.
When you get out of the
just take a
shower and
take
you're
a
like,
shower.
which black shirt am I going to wear today?
If Medicine
They
Man
all look the
walks,
same. They all look the same.
if Medicine Man walks around naked in his house and there's nobody there to see, does anybody puke?
No.
Yes.
Maybe
No.
Just thinking about it.
Maybe Medicine Man can teach yoga down at the beach.
Oh. Oh, I did hear something about that.
I heard
What was
something.
that?
Not you. We got to go. I heard something about. Have you heard yet, Carmen?
What?
I don't know if you were talking about the same thing I'm hearing.
A
about.
replacement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you already heard about this? Evidently, you made it. You made waves, Carmen.
I have?
Well, not in a bad way. I'm just saying that there's already been a suggestion for a replacement for you.
Because of a sponsor, too. With
Oh.
it. Yeah. Somebody who's not officially on the bone, but I guess is
Would be
weekly.
doing yoga.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that stuff.
I have no idea. No one has told me anything, so I don't know.
Why don't you say it?
No, I heard. I don't know whether it's happening. Or
Yeah,
not,
I don't
so-
know either. I don't want to get it.
You could speak it into existence.
Mm.
We wouldn't be mad if she was doing yoga.
No.
As long as she covers up her feet.
Oh.
What?
Wait,
oh,
what?
No. Did that give it away?
Dead giveaway? Oh, no. Tight.
I forgot about those rodent
Talons.
grabbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talons.
Wow.
Do you know what we're talking about now, Carmen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
No good?
No, that's cool. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to pay her, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Her fee's much higher.
It's just, okay. Yeah.
They said her feet are much higher.
Yes.
Her talent fee is much higher.
Her talon feet? Is that what you're saying, or did you say
Things up
talon
with?
feet?
I might smoke pot that weekend.
Oh,
look at you.
watch
Yeah.
out. You know, it's
Okay.
illegal.
Yeah.
No, I have my card.
You have your card?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, Cheech
No.
and Chong over here.
Yeah. Mission Impossible.
I don't know. I want to have a good time that weekend. I would imagine John's going to be smoking a lot of pot.
John Brennan?
Yeah. No, John Sinning. Right? Doesn't
Does
he
he have
smoke a
his
lot
card?
of pot? Doesn't he partake in the devil?
Left-handed cigarette.
Out there doing the pot.
Taking the pots.
I'm just gonna drink and have a good time.
All right.
I wish it was sooner than it's. I feel
I know
like
it seems like it's so far away.
we got all excited and it got sold out. And now we're like, now it's still 2 months away.
Just like the cruise, it'll be here before you know it.
That's gonna be a busy month. 4th of July, we're gonna be at the beach club in Siesta Key.
Yeah,
and then then I have to stay at the beach. I'm trying to get out of that because that's the week that we're gonna have to go into the station every day.
I thought we could stay here.
No, you're not coming to my house when nobody's here.
We know the code, Michael.
Yeah.
You have cameras.
All right.
Yeah, what are we gonna
It's
do?
not that I don't think you're gonna steal stuff.
You don't trust us now?
No.
who's going to take care of the flies?
No.
Yeah. Who's gonna
take care of the
Who's
flies?
gonna take the plant in and out?
Yeah.
You're not, you
it's
gotta
still
deploy
here.
the cans.
Somebody's got to do.
There'll be no cans. Nobody's staying here. I got house maintenance people.
I'm shocked you don't trust us.
It's not that I don't try. Why can't? Why?
I don't know.
Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the studio with Carmen, and you guys are all going to be here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh, boo. I'm not coming. I'm off that week.
Oh,
Man.
Carmen, what do you got planned for Monday? Anything like they're doing this weekend for?
No.
No.
No, yeah, no. We're staying in town. We may go down to Sarasota, maybe, but that's about it. So today we have graduation. That's our big plan.
Chambo graduation?
Yeah, that's their graduation day, and a bunch of the kids asked me if I would go.
Oh,
And they all-
you like the team up.
Yeah, and then they got me, and I got like a bunch of tickets and stuff. So I'm gonna go to graduation today, and yeah, just hang out with Chad, basically. But yeah, we might go down to Sarasota.
You are so Chad with.
yeah, she really likes Chad a lot.
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah,
it.
I love my partner. I don't know why that is so crazy.
Gross.
Yeah.
Like
Ugh.
I like spending time. He's my best friend, and
It's so weird. You like plan your weekends together and stuff.
Yeah.
that I like doing things with my significant other.
I can't wait
Gross.
till like 4 more years where you're like, oh, he drives me crazy. Everything he does. Ugh.
No, we like went through stages of that, like, you know what I mean? But then I just realized like this is my person,
Mm.
and so life is better with him.
Wow.
Like I
Those
can't.
are words my wife has never said.
Are
Guaranteed.
you writing your vows right now?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just saying, like right now, like I've been texting him all morning because he had to take his test so he can teach a certain class and stuff.
What
and
was that phrase you said? Life is better with him?
Yeah, life is better when I'm with him.
I feel like my wife's version of that is, well, I guess he's still here.
Yeah, like I can't wait to like go home and hang out with him because he is off because he took his test and then graduation's at like 3. So we just kind of get to spend the afternoon together, which we don't normally do.
Oh.
And I like hanging out with him.
This
and we
is-
don't even do anything. He plays League of Legends and I watch Netflix and just watch him play video games. It's not like
So
we
this
do
is
stuff
normally
together.
how my wife is very busy with work today, so I'm not going to see her. But normally, I'd go in there. She'd be in one room, like in the kitchen. I'll be in the living room, and I will just sing to her from the other room until she goes, "I can't take this anymore." Now her new thing is she just takes her book and goes and sits outside because it's too cold in the house. I go, "What are you doing?" She's like, "It's too cold in there." I go, "Well, then turn the air up." And she's like, "No, I'd rather just sit out here.
Go read your book on the porch.
Go read your book in the heat.
Yeah, but you would also yell at her if she turned the air
I
up.
will break her hands.
Yeah.
Right. So she's
Don't
just
you
like, it's
dare touch those."
Give her the old Jeff Bezos.